Yo, what's going on, people, man? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Saeed TV. We're back here from the Fulham game. Man United are out. I think we went out 4-3 on penalties. And the FA Cup journey is over, man. It's over, people. And we're here to discuss it all, here to dissect it all, what went wrong. And yeah, man. It's Europa League or bust. I know you lot said in the comments, but let's talk about it, man. We got a man like Ash in the building. You know, big up to Ash. You brought your son. Was it something to the game?
Yeah, Cody, my little boy, to Old Trafford today, which is up until the penalties. It was a fun experience. You know, he was joining with the chants. You know, shouting. Loved it, absolutely loved it. Really enjoyed it. You know what? He wasn't that bothered about it. I think he's got used to me now saying, "Oh, we lost," because he always asks me what's the result, and I say we lost, and it's always, "Oh, well, we'll get him next week. We'll get him next week." And it wasn't a surprise to me. He wasn't bothered. Do you know what I mean? I was expecting he might burst into tears, you know, because his first game was. He just weren't bothered. He just handled it, but he just loved being there, and it wasn't. It softened the blow of coming away from a loss, but again, you know, we shouldn't be losing that game. It's frustrating, and I'm sure we'll talk about it. Thanks for having us as always, and
yeah,
Double A and that are flawless, and the rest of the boys on, you know. But yeah, we'll get into it, I suppose.
Yeah, man. Got Double A in the building as well. Double A, man. Big up to you, bro. Hope you're well, man.
Yeah, bro. It's good to be back. Obviously, been away a little bit, so I mean, I wish I'd have stayed away now. To be honest with you, mate, we had a conversation. I just finding it massively hard to support this football club right now, and There's nothing positive. There's nothing worthy of holding your head up to say you're a Manchester United fan. Like, I mean, literally nothing at all. And today's just another example of how much we have fallen. It's not even. I can take losing football games because football is about losing and winning. Do you know what I mean? But there's a way of losing, and we lose in the worst possible way every single time. Like, we're limping to losses every single game. You know, and bro, how do we get out of this? Where is the light at the end of the tunnel? There's absolutely nothing. And everything I'm going to say today has nothing to do with today's result, because today's result is today's result. Big up, flawless. To go out in the cup on penalties is to go out in the cup on penalties. But everything that's led us to this point is the people that are killing the club behind the scenes. And you can talk about the manager. People talking about the manager out. We've said on this. I've said on this show for years. I've been on here, and every time a manager has been close to getting sacked, we've all said it. Doesn't matter what manager comes in, we're still shit. We're still always going to be shit. No manager is ever going to. It's nothing to do with the manager. So anyone saying hammer him out, you're blind and you're foolish, and you're not really grasping the absolute gravity and the seriousness of the situation Manchester United are being forced into by the greedy owners that are above us. And every time we sack a manager, bro, a manager's not even getting 6 months now. That's how bad we are. The people are already manager out after he's had one player brought in for him. Where do we go from there? Do you know what I mean? Is it? I seen a stat the other day. I can't remember who it was. A manager got sacked after 10 minutes, right? United could beat that record very, very soon, the way we're going. So today, I dragged myself there. I dragged myself to Old Trafford after not going for a couple of weeks. Well, it wasn't worth it. Absolutely was not worth it. And now I look at the last 5 games in the league. Can I be asked? Really? Should I be asked? Really? You know, you saw it as like outside the stadium, mate. No one wants to be there. Literally, people are going because they have to, and it's routine. And you know, big up to Ash taking his son for the first time. Stuff like that means more. Well, let's be honest. If we had better things on and we didn't have to go, but most people won't be asked. No one could be bothered going, because what are we getting out of it? What's the reward for our loyalty? You see it. The sign today. Stop taking the piss out of loyalty, and that's what they're doing. And the empty seats were there today. You could see that all around the stadium. And I only see it getting worse. And you know, this week we're gonna hear about how much the season ticket holders are gonna get rinsed next season. And I said it before and I say it again. It very well could be my last season as a season ticket holder, mate, because I'm not having a 14 to 15, 20 quid added onto my ticket per game to watch that. My time, it means more than that. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, 100%, man. Big up
Flawless. It's good to be here, though. It's always fun to be here with you boys.
Yeah, no, that's it, man. That's it. We're going to dissect it all, man. Big up Flawless as well in the building, man. Hope you're well, Flawless, man, each and every time.
Yeah, man, I'm blessed. Apologies on the lateness. Big up for having me, as always, Saeed, on the show. Appreciate it. Always good to see Ash AA. Good to have you. It's genuinely good to have you back, man. I've genuinely missed you, man. Brother to brother, genuinely missed having you on the show, especially with what's going on the pitch as well. But yeah, Saeed, I'm blessed. And obviously, I caught most of what AA had mentioned there. And yeah, I hear what you're saying in regards to, we all know about the ownership. That goes without saying. My thing with Amrim is just control the controllables, but I'm sure we'll get into it. And the tie. I'm not even mad that we went out on penalties. My problem is that it got there. And Fulham weren't good, and Fulham are not a good side. They're just okay. Yes, they are better than us. Don't get misunderstood. They are a better side than us, but they're nothing fantastic. They're nothing great. And the game just drifted pretty much, minus a few moments to penalties. And we ended up going out. And penalties should never have got there, in particular that first half. That first half was one of the worst first halves I've seen us play some, but that one in particular today was woeful, that first half. And I think also because there was just nothing from them either. I think their first shot on target was the goal, which was added on time in the first half, and we offered nothing going forward. Nothing defensively. We didn't have to put up any resistance to anything. So yeah, that's where it stems from, and we shouldn't have let it get there, but we did. And
that's my whole thing. Like people can say we got more shots today. You know what I mean? People say the stats were in our favor, 20 shots to 9 on target. I mean, but the thing is, guys, man, like it's like, bro, it doesn't feel like in the game, like, you know, we were dictating, we're on the front foot, we were the ones in the ascendancy. You know, it doesn't feel like that. It just feels like it's just you're waiting for Fulham to do something. They don't do something. We then go on the counter attack, and yeah, it might look like there was 5 big missed chances, but I don't know, man. I just didn't feel like we're gonna ever score. Even that goal that came out of nowhere, the Bruno goal. Like, what a finish, by the way. Brilliant finish. Good crossing finish from Dalot. It was. I didn't expect that one, but actual like put it in. Cheeto had a few, you know, half chances as well that he could have maybe, you know, done better. But again, I'm not going to put it onto him. But it's just like there's actually nothing to this Man United team, bro. There's actually nothing. Like, you're getting Onana getting booed every minute because he don't want to play 60.
Tell me about that. What happened? Yeah, I did see that online. What happened with Onana? Because I didn't have the volume on.
So basically, he's holding on to the ball when United could be down on the front foot. Okay. So he's basically, the crowd are not happy with him hogging the ball. And I get it to a certain degree, but then when we do get the ball, we're not doing anything with it. So it's like, it's a bit of both, really.
Nah, bro. He's not
I do get where they're coming from, though, but it's like...
He wanted to he wanted the penalties. He wanted to be the hero. Again,
what hero, mate? You can't even save nothing, bro. Apparently, he didn't go one time.
One time he went right. One time, one of the penalties he went right.
Yes,
one time at 4. Yeah.
He has saved him in the past, and he wants to be the hero. Yeah. The worst thing for me is when he was telling the crowd to quiet down.
I didn't see that.
I think doing that, like, as in to say, listen, calm down. I was like, bro, who the fuck do you think you are? You are the worst goalkeeper we've ever had. Give me massive
praise. Isn't it? You know, with a few good saves, you know, Double A.
Oh,
that's the maddest thing about it.
He actually did, surprisingly. He actually made some saves that I expected him to attack.
One good save in the end. I'll give him that. But the
Smith Rowe one, which I think was in the second.
Smith Rowe and the other one as well from Ryan Sessegnon.
There was a couple. There was the Sessegnon was it, and here at Double A, good saves for him. That's what we go. That's what we have to say. They're good saves for him. There's no such thing as bread and butter saves for Onana. So they were good saves for him.
I still think he's diving for their goal, to be honest with you, because that's how long it took him to fucking move for their goal. But I get that. But a goalkeeper is there to make saves. Everything else, there's nothing he does that is good for me to a good level. I can't tell you, he's good at that. He's decent at. He's good at taking the piss, actually. I'll give him that. He's good at being a terrible goalkeeper. I'll give him that. But we have, and I'm not even going to start the discourse of we should have kept the heel because it's nothing to do with that. He's just a terrible signing. Again, a terrible signing. And people are saying Trafford, please don't come here with James Trafford noise this way to me.
No.
Championship goalkeeper.
No way, Jose. No way, man. No way. But like, never a foul, by the way, for the raid, man. Shout out to everybody. Never a foul.
Do you know, people say, "Oh, yeah, but you know, what? Nana would he get in any other top 6? But would he get in any other Premier League team? This is how shit we are now that we compare our players to any team in the Premier League.
Yeah, I know.
And I had a conversation earlier with someone. They always say don't sign a player off the back of a good World Cup or a good Euros or a good international tournament. We signed him off a good Champions League. That's literally the only reason why we signed him. He went to Inter on a free as well, by the way. It wasn't like they spent big dough on him. He's not someone that was massively rated across Europe. He was decent at Ajax and then had the bloody drug problem thing, got banned. The guy's a walking problem. He's always been a walking problem. And he had one.
See that one where the ball came in, and I don't know how Maguire must have left it, but he chested it, and I was like, "What the?"
Mate.
It's kind of like he went to clear it, but he was in 2 minds of it to catch it, and it's like,
it's just what are you doing? I chested it,
The way Maguire left it, clearly that's like you've got a shout off your goalkeeper, and then how are you surprised that it's come to you?
Listen, man.
He doesn't fill me any confidence, and he can't do the same thing to the defense. He can't have him behind you and think, yeah, I'm sorted today. I don't have to worry about anything.
Yeah,
he's horrible. He's horrible.
Nah, bro. I knew Lindelof was gonna miss, man. That absolute prick, man. I can't stand that Lindelof, man. You know what I'm saying? Nah,
what did Lindelof do, bro? What did I miss?
Nah, man, I just can't stand him, bro.
I just think he missed.
No, I'm saying, but he said he knew he was gonna miss, like before. Yeah, I know he was gonna miss. Oh, you knew.
He's a weak guy, man.
He's shit when he come on.
He's shit when he come on. Exactly, got bullied. Actually, our defense dropped like half a yard as well, or half, like, you know, like bro, I see his dead, man. And with the Xerxes one, I'll be honest with you, like Xerxes was just literally his physical, like his body was knackered to the point now where he literally, like, I don't know if he had anything in him to put the ball. That's why I'm like, yo, why didn't the other guys take it? Garnacho was fresh. He should have took one.
Can I say about him? He's walking around Old Trafford, yeah, not passing to people, taking shots in angles he shouldn't do, wanting to be the fucking superhero, save the day. When it comes to actual crunch moments, he's nowhere to be fucking seen. Now, whether Amorim didn't let him take one, we won't know. But for you to walk around and give it the fucking petulant child bullshit in the week, yeah, and then you get a chance to be a hero and you shy away, you can fuck off as well, mate. You can be one of the first out the door. I'm fed up with this kid and his attitude.
Yeah, everyone can get it, bro.
Who he thinks he is. The whole team can go. But for someone to walk around and give it all this bullshit and then Stretford is singing his name and he's taking in all the applause and that, doing extra applause while he's warming up to come on. And I think people need to start having IQ tests, by the way, when they get tickets to Old Trafford. Because a woman behind me was giving it, Garnacho been the man of the match since he come on.
What?
Are you watching the right fucking game?
You know why that is, though. You know why that is, though.
Bro, listen, I'm telling you now. Old Trafford is saving, bro. I had the whole of East Stand.
Because he runs around, man. That's what it is. If you run around, they gon' I applaud that. You man of the match. Because you run around. And that's one thing he is, because he looks energetic and he's gonna go byline to byline. And he's
that was
gonna
a shocking
dribble with the
performance
ball
when he came on.
Oh,
I don't
but
think
that's
he
just
did anything right.
We know Garnacho.
Did he do anything right?
Yo, Garnacho's like 0013 or whatever it is, or 0014 across all comps. He hasn't scored in or assisted under Amorim.
Crazy.
Under Amorim. Amorim. In the Premier League, he has not.
Oh, in the Premier League, yeah.
In the Premier League, he has not. Oh, yeah, against Europa League side. Yeah.
Yeah,
against Bodo Glint and Victoria Pilsen. Yeah, that's his level.
Now, didn't he assist against Liverpool?
Yeah, he did. He did. To be fair, he did.
That's what won then.
Yeah, I think Liverpool.
He's not scored since November. I know that.
That's it. Yeah, he ain't scored then. Yeah, so he ain't scored. And he's got the one assist.
Guys, you know what it is here? I don't really want to look at the penalties being an excuse, you know. I think it's too easy and too simplistic to say, yo, we got knocked out of penalties. Everyone pat yourselves on the back. Unlucky, guys. All good. I don't think it's that, you know. I think we allowed Fulham just to dominate the game, right? Genuinely, I thought Fulham were just, like, they had 59% of possession, yeah, for the whole game. But it just felt like, for me, Sander Berge, calm on the ball. I thought he was excellent, by the way, Sander Berge. Just, like, easy, man. We never really controlled the game. We never really, like, you know what I'm saying, guys? Like, bro, it was a dead game. I feel like, for me, people are going to look too much into that and think, yeah, man, guys, we got... That was an average game. Like, Fulham were dead. Like, generally, but they dictated the game. Like, they had massive off days in every department. We could look at ourselves, but a lot of their players, yeah, especially their forward line players, had an off day.
Like, they just mid like us. Hey. Like, that's where it stems from. Like, where are Fulham in the league? Like 11th or something.
I think 10th or something like that. 10th.
Yeah, exactly. So it was 10th it was 10th versus 14th, and it showed.
I just done it off.
Yeah, every time we played them twice this season. Ninth. Yeah, it looked that way. Like, it looked like 9th versus 14th. We played them twice before this.
It was a poor game, bro.
Both games were like that prior. The game we just played at their place in the league was like that. The opening day, the game was very much like that. Like, you could say, all right, maybe it was less in their favor, but I'm just talking about the overall quality. There wasn't much quality on show. Look at the forward lines. Look at the attacking players on show. Bear in mind, Smith Rowe didn't start for them either. Was it Pereira, Wolby, Munez, and Traore? Like, that's
Willian actually was their best player when he came on.
This is what I'm saying. They bring in Willian. They bring in Willian on. We're bringing on Garnacho.
Yeah, he's 6 million. He's better than Garnacho, mate.
But the point is I'm making is it's just different levels of mid. But it was times after we scored the equalizer that Fulham were dominating the ball so much. I was like, have we had a man sent off? Like towards the end of the game, we just normal time. We just could not get on the ball. I was like, what's going on? Like, what's happening? Type thing. But
no,
we just think. But you're right, Saeed. It's not. Oh, we were unlucky. No, we went out of the competition to a bang average Fulham side.
Yeah, a bang average Fulham team. Yeah, you're spot on, man. Like this is the thing, though, and this is the inquest. I hear it. I know people say, "Oh, you know what, man? It's not Amra's fault." Like, but I think the way we're playing football right now, it's just not enjoyable. I don't know. Like I said to you, if the players are not understanding what they're meant to do, like Dallo got the assist today, but let's be honest, bro, that kind of masked his whole performance. Let's be truly honest with you. Like he got the assist, yeah, but the assist didn't make the goal. Do you know what I mean? You see what I'm trying to say?
Actually, you know what? I'm just surprised he was in that position and picked out a man in a red shirt.
No, but sometimes assists don't make goals, but that goal was all down to Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah, 100%.
It wasn't a case of the assist that people get. Yeah, like I don't know if you see Lamine Yamal today, but Lamine Yamal made the assist before the guy that played the ball over the top to I don't know whoever finished that goal. That was the assist, but that doesn't get put on the stat sheet. Like that right there was all Bruno Fernandes. Yeah, but overall he's rubbish. You know what I'm saying? Mazraoui, listen. Might be a good defender. Fullback, he ain't it.
Yeah, he's not winning.
You know what I'm trying to say to you? Like, Eriksen, let's be honest. What did he do in the game? Nothing much. Like, and listen, don't get me wrong. Like, when we're set up in the 5 at the back, like, cool, we might be looking a bit more defensive and that, but brothers, guys, is that what we are, man? Just defending like teams. Like, I feel actually like embarrassed when we're sat 10 men behind the ball to Fulham. And I don't care if it's Fulham, like really and truly. They might be a better coach team than us. I don't care. But to be at home and to be sitting back with 10 men, I can't. For me, I can't accept that, guys, man. I can't. And this is not to say that I'm hammering out. I'm not. I'm just saying you have to hold the manager accountable and say, yo, listen,
you're calling it as you see it.
We got to call it out. Say, yo, this is not what we should be doing. We should be playing more attacking. We should be playing on the front foot. You can't just sit back and say, yo, look, because I remember we were sat back, on the edge. And I was like,
Saeed played 7 defensive players. Or 6, Because you got to think the 3 centre backs, the 2 wing backs, Agate. That's 6 defensive-minded players.
Bro.
That's where my issue lies in regards to the manager. I'm with you. I'm not hammering him out, but you can still do better. This is why I've been saying play the youth players. And guess what? Cheeto should have done better with a couple of opportunities he had.
Yeah.
But he had a couple of opportunities. Why is it that he's able to get into situations where we go, oh, your touch should have been better. Or you should have finished that better. What happens if you start him and give him an extra start the game? Give him the full 90 minutes. Who knows what he could have created there? Heaven got on the pitch. Was fine. He played. He was did what he had to. Didn't have much to do, but what he had to do, he did to a solid level. Play these players. Same about wing back. Like you go in there, we struggle to score goals, and you're playing less attackers.
Yeah,
6 defensive-minded players. Bear in mind, the other players are not prolific. Like Bruno is not prolific. Xerxes, Eriksen, Hojlund, nobody there is prolific in terms of goals and assists. So where is the threat gonna come from?
There's a lack of goals in the team, yeah. But that also comes down to lack of intention as well to attack. Like, you've got to have the intention to attack. I mean,
once we switched it up and started throwing bodies forward, we looked, even though it was minimal, we looked more threatening.
Yeah.
As soon as the wrestler went off, that's when we started to look like.
Who would have thought?
Don't even start with that guy, man. I'm done with him, bro.
Listen,
that Hojlund should never play for Man United again, man.
I said on air that he was the worst striker in the Premier League. I'm going to further that now. He's the worst striker in the whole country. There's generally no one that is worse than him. He is, Hunter Hurst Hojlund, Mr. Imperfect, Hulk Hojlund. He needs.
But why does he keep starting him though? The manager, you have to ask him questions, though.
Because the manager's on because he's on foolishness. That's why. That's why he keeps starting him.
I don't think he's got a choice to do anything else.
Hey,
with the injuries, I just don't. I agree with that. But I think
we've seen him. He's played. No,
if I'm being honest, bro, he's not ready.
Or play Xerxes as a 9 and then
Hojlund, here the thing is, here's my response to that. Hojlund ain't ready. So what's the difference?
Exactly. He ain't ready, bro.
Hojlund ain't ready. You've gone 16 3 times. You are not ready.
Well, he's 0018 now. That's the thing.
So he's 18 and counting.
I agree, and I agree. I'm just giving you the reasons why I think in his head. I'm not saying I agree with
That's
it.
why he's wrong, though. That's what I'm saying. In his head, he's wrong.
He's not.
I can't believe it. That he continues to play.
But, you know, I swear down, bro. Honestly, bro, like, you see how Raheem Sterling's not being used by Arteta? Like, even when they're being shit. Yeah. I swear down. That's the energy I need to see from Rasmus Hojlund. Even if we are still shit, and we need a goal, what's the point of bringing him on? Don't bring him on. Bring another player on. Do what the Raheem Sterling treatment is, man, because this guy ain't good, man.
Oh, he's not. The thing is,
he's touching good. He don't get into dangerous areas. He's not good at anything, bro.
He doesn't look like. I remember once when someone said, "Did someone say it about Xerxes that he doesn't even look like a footballer?" Bro, that is Hojlund. He doesn't even look like a bro. I never thought I would say I miss the days of Igalo and Vegost, but Jesus Christ, bring them man back. Because at least they had a little bit of something going up top.
That's what I'm saying. That's how bad it is.
This is how much in the trenches we are. I genuinely mean it with every single fibre of my being. He is the worst striker in this whole country. And I could even extend it to Europe because he's fucking shit. He again, similar to what I say about Onana, he does nothing well. Nothing well at all. At all. You literally are playing with 10 men if you put him on the pitch because he does nothing. He doesn't even make runs, bro.
No.
There's so many times today, if he span and moved and made a run, because the Lit was making some fucking fantastic balls out to the left-hand side today. Bro, why is this kid not saying, bro, try and find me one of these? Let me make a run. Try and fucking find one of these.
The worst one, was
you know why? You know why?
Back heel. What was that back heel?
Oh, the back heel was terrible because he's hiding.
Bro, he did it twice as well. And the first time was shit. Why are you doing it again? Why are you doing it again?
His confidence is in the bin and he's hiding. You know the Ipswich game where Yoro did the Cruyff turn and crossed it in and he dummied it.
Yeah.
There's no one gave you a shout. Didn't want to shoot. Didn't want to miss.
Who do you think behind you?
Didn't want to shoot. Give me someone who will miss 10 times and shoot for the 11th time.
The ghost of Martial was calling him. That's what it was, wasn't it? Okay, no.
Oh, but out there, that Cheeto created 3 big chances. That shows the movement, difference in movement. That's all that is. Movement.
But one's ready and one's not. Play him. I even saying he's the answer. I'm not even saying he's the answer. I even saying he does the business. I'm just saying he's miles better than Hojlund. Offer it. Even with the chat, even though he should have scored today. I'm like, all right, at least you're getting into situations where you are missing. That goes to show that you are intelligent enough to make the correct runs. Like we just mentioned, Hojlund, when's the last time you can say, oh, you missed the easy chance? You missed his half chances.
You know what, as well? You know what we see? We're actually good at cutting the ball across the box these days. We see that how many times we cut the ball across the box and there's just no one there. No one there. No one's making runs.
When I saw that dummy against Ipswich, that just said to me, "You're not a striker."
Yeah, that was mad. That
for a ball to come onto your strong foot and you not take a shot as a striker, bro, you should terminate contracts because you're stealing a living. You're not paid for what you're meant to be doing, mate. Yeah, you're not scoring for 16 games, and that's the way you react. Like, fuck, man, it's. I wrongly backed him after last season, and I was like, give him a chance.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what happens, man.
And it's one of them, where similar to what we were saying about Ten Hag. If we go back to Ten Hag, you need to build on what you did last season. You need to build. You need to show us some progression. I didn't think it was possible than 3 months ago when I was saying he's getting worse and worse. How the fuck is he getting worse than he was getting worse 3 months ago? Oh man,
it's that Champions League run that gassed everyone. And obviously, he went on this run where he got so many goals in how many games. But the problem is, it was it was just like a purple patch, really. Let's be honest. He got his goal, then he went through a spell where he didn't score goals. Then he scored goals. Like, it's like, come on, bro. Like, he's not scored in how many games people are saying in the chat? Like, it's a joke, man. And that just shows you everything you need to know. Garnacho comes on shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, it's actually nothing. Then I looked at the bench today. You know, like, if I just look at the bench today, right, guys, yeah? Let me just look at the lineup.
We had a bench.
Oh, look at this bench, guys, man. Lindelof, Garnacho, Casemiro, Chido, and Heaven. That was our bench today. And I'm not gonna lie to you. I have to put it on the manager as well, like not getting a couple of the youth guys from the academy. Like Kone should have been on the bench.
Kone, today, when Xerxes went down, I thought, yo, Xerxes is done. Right. And he took Agate off, which I think was a massive mistake. What I don't like about Amorim is whenever Agate gets the yellow card, he takes him out of the game. Bro, he's a fucking professional footballer.
We had two keepers on the bench as well.
Oh, mate. Not to have Kone. And I thought, give me a fucking chance.
Morehouse, all these, some of these youngsters, man, just bring them on. Why not?
Because there's nothing to lose. As we've seen with the two youngsters who have played, have actually done all right. I actually thought, like I said, Chido, when he played today and he played against Everton, actually did okay. He wasn't bad. He weren't
woeful. Agate was shit as well.
Nah, first half, Agate was our best player, I thought. He was getting around the pitch. He's putting in some good tackles.
People understand what Agate is. Like, he's going to add. He's not going to add much offensively. It's not his game.
Offensively, no, he's not going to add much.
Yeah, you could see when he came off. We lost the midfield and they started to dominate. The moment we took him off, they really started to control the game.
What do you think, Ash, man? Like, what's happening, man, Ash? Like, is it a case of just like, let's writing this stuff?
What's happening? We've got Ericsson, Maguire, Delo in the team. Do you know what I mean? Like, what we're doing, these aren't, Premier League. These aren't caliber. But you talk about the bench there. That bench is the kind of bench you see in a pre-season in the first game. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's what that bench is. That's not a bench for where are we March? It's madness. Delo, every time he gets the ball, I think, right, well, this is where the play's ending. We're not going any further than this. This is it, right? Okay, he's got the ball. Like, this is it. Okay. Like, well, we're doing nothing here. We're going nowhere. Mazraoui, as much as I love him on the ball defensively in like the first third, second third, final third, he doesn't exist. You know what I mean? He's just not there. There's no build-up. There's nothing there for him. And he's not that kind of player. Don't blame him for it. But he probably should be playing as the third centre-back, on the right side. But I think this system, for me, it just lacks. Amorim lives and dies on his wing backs, on his wide players, and if he's got attacking players there, that opens the game up, and we can play. And we've just not got that at the moment. So there's nothing being created in the final third. Anything that is created in the final third, you've got Hojlund on the end of it. Xerxes today was incredible. I've got to be honest. Okay, he missed his penalty, but he ran his socks off today. He pressed everything. Do you know what I mean? Massive respect for Xerxes for the work rate he put out today and the quality he had on the ball. The only one really that can come away with a little bit of kudos from that match. We're bringing on Casemiro. We've got Ericsson in the team. Like, this squad's bad. Maguire, Amorim said in the press conference, we couldn't press up high. The defensive line was sitting a little bit too deep. We couldn't contain the game. How many times have we seen this now?
What do you expect with Maguire in the team? Yeah, exactly.
Well, yeah, with Maguire in the team, and then I thought Euro was all right. I don't think he did much wrong.
Was he injured by Euro? Was he injured?
I saw him hobbling just before he went off. I saw him hobbling, and I thought he must have a knock or something. To bring Lindelof on, you must be fucking.
Yeah, and De Ligt was finished, bro. I'd be surprised if De Ligt is even ready.
He looked like he got an injury when he did that tackle in the second. Was it second half? Yeah, that tackle, and he got like kicked. Was it on Pereira? He tackled Pereira, and he got a kick in the shoulder. He looked like he was a bit hurt from that.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Mate,
what frustrates me though,
a lot of people outside. It was also at Trafford today. A lot of people are like, "Yo, get rid of the system." They don't like this five at the back. They don't like. Honestly, genuinely, the amount of people I spoke to today said, "I've had enough of this five at the back nonsense."
Right. So that means then you have to get rid of the manager because the manager's never.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I said to them. So I said to them, "So you basically got to get rid of the manager then," and they were like, "Well, he's got to do something," but they didn't really answer it. And I said, "Listen, you can't say to a manager." And I bring him in midway through the season or whatever it was, October, November, and then say, right, cool, we don't want to play the system. Like, You can't. You get rid of the manager. Then. That's what you got to do because that's what he is. He's not going to change. He's not going to, you know what I mean, do what he needs to do. Like he's not like it's either that or you stick through it into the summer, let him get his players in, and then we go from there. Because
and this is how I know people either don't listen or have very short memories because he said it in his first fucking press conference. I am not going to change. I am not going to stop what my idea is on how to play football. I'm not going to do it. So anyone thinking he's going to stop watching United for a bit until he gets players in that he can play this system effectively because he's not going to. And if you berating the manager and slagging off the manager, you're looking at the wrong people because the people above him who dragged him out of a job, practically, give him an ultimatum, got him out of a job to say, no, we want you now, knowing the type of football that he plays, and then don't bring any players in. Don't back him with any players in the first window to try and get the season back on track. Are the people to blame for that, not the manager. And again, I'll go back to what I said right at the start of the show. No matter what manager comes in, these players will show you that you are shit, that they are shit, and they will forever let you down. And no matter who it is, they will do it. So until I see Amorim, at least he has to have at least 5 to 6 players of his standard that he believes.
I don't think you're going to get that though, man. I genuinely believe
what I mean. So
you ain't going to get 5, 6 players.
So it'll fail then. And that's the sad reality in it. He'll fail. And he even said himself, maybe I'm not the guy to get them winning the league. But I have to
that's what he said. He said that. Wayne Rooney called him out for being naive, was it, or something like that?
Ray Rooney can shut the fuck up, mate, because he's the fucking worst man, one of the worst managers I've ever seen. Damn, so he can shut up, mate.
Bro, all the legends, man, said, yo.
He's not allowed back in Birmingham or Plymouth, so he can shut up, man. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not listening to that.
Yeah. For me, it's like, I think it's that comment there. Big up to Show, man. He said it's not about the system. It's about how you implement it and play it. I do believe that's a good, like for me, exactly. Away from home, like you can low-key get away with it because then you can start as a mid-block, low-block, and then hit people.
It's horses for courses, Saeed.
Yeah.
That's it. It's horses for, in regards to any system can be attacking, any system can be defensive. You can play 4-4-2 on the paper. That can be attack. You can play that defensive. Stoke, who we always just run jokes about, under Pulis, played 4-4-2. Nobody regards them as an attacking team. So any formation can be. That's big. My biggest issue with the manager is not the system or formation. I keep saying this every single day, every single week I'm on your platform. Personnel is the problem. Because the personnel don't fit what you're trying to do. So therefore, try different personnel. Hojlund don't work regardless. Garnacho don't work regardless. Bruno does not work regardless. Maguire does not work regardless. Dalot, Onana, all of these players do not work regardless. Because when this manager walked in, we was 13th. We weren't 3rd. We weren't 7th. We weren't top of the league and challenging. We was 13th and struggling. And off the back of that was coming off our worst ever Premier League campaign and worst ever Champions League campaign. So it's not like these players were flying and he's come in and all the players have dipped off. No, like Double A said, they're showing you how shit they are. And that's why I'm like, regardless of who the manager is, these players have to go. Get rid of these players. If you want manager out, I understand it. Because you can't be losing as many games as he is. So that anyone who's hammering him out, I fully understand. Am I personally? No. But I get it because of how we're playing and the fact that he's took us backwards. We've gone from awful to diabolical. But these players are numero uno on my hit list. They gotta go. And to someone who said, with what money? If we sell these players, we'll be fine. Money will come in for the likes of a Sancho and Rashford. If Anthony carries on balling out the way he is. You got Malacia out alone. You got Lindelof. That's 100 M's right there. That combined, those 5 players. Oh, it's free. Is he gone on a free?
Yeah,
all right, cool. We got plenty to sell, man. It's like bingo. Pick a number, man. Pick a number.
You know what it is for me? It's like, I don't know, man. It just feels like nothing is working for Amorim at the minute. Like, generally nothing. We can't even dominate Ipswich at home. We can't, dominate. Like, most teams, we're struggling now. The whole Amorim era has been a struggle. Like generally, like he hasn't really mastered anything at the minute. If I'm being honest with you, not a lot of players have improved on this system, and I'm saying it's not all his fault. I generally say that, but my worry is, guys, and it's a big worry, is that he might not be able to get next season because they'll look at him and be like, you know what, you're out the FA Cup. If you go out the Europa League and you're 14th, as much as I think Amrin, for me, should get the summer to improve players, I also am of the understanding that if he doesn't, I can't come in and say, yo, it's a disgrace. I can't, because he hasn't shown enough of what he can do with the players that he's got, and that's part of it, part of the game. As much as you say you want players and whatever, he's also got to show a bit of tactical nous, a bit of understanding that, what, we're going to get.
You think the board care?
This player, that player. Sorry?
You think the board care about that?
That's what I'm saying to you.
No,
they won't look at it face value and be like, you know what? Where are they? 14?
Do you think so? So do you think if this carries on and let's say we finish 14th, 15th, 16th,
brother,
I'm asking you genuinely because I don't think they do. So that's why I'm asking and saying to Ash and Double A, same question.
Yeah.
If this does continue, we get knocked out Europa, the
Yeah.
form is bad, etc. We finish anywhere from 14th to 16th. Do you see this board sacking him? Personally, I don't.
Bro, I can, I can.
You think the board?
Yeah, I can.
Go on, why?
Because
I'm just asking.
They sacked. What's his name?
They've got history, haven't they? They've got history.
Man. Listen to me.
Without backing him, without giving him a proper window, you think they'd sack him?
No, I think they could sack him. Yeah. I really, because it'll be easier to sack him in the summer than to sack him next season or whatever it is. Because what they've realized? They've realized the past mistakes of Ten Hag. Who else was it again?
Ashworth. Look how quickly they sacked Ashworth. Look how quickly they sacked Ten Hag after backing him. They went quick straight away. They're like, right, okay, these are our guys.
If they did that, right, I don't think they would. I just don't think you can sack a manager. I can understand.
What makes you think that they can't though?
You know why they won't do it? Because you know why? Go on, Double A. You go. I got
because you can't drag a man out of a job, right? You can't drag a man out of a job, right, and tell him it's now or never, and then not give him the tools he needs to do the job. You just can't.
Did they anticipate it would be this bad though? That's the problem.
I think they did. I think
no, they didn't. That's why you're wrong. That's why you're wrong.
But because if you look at the press conference the other day, and someone asked him, "Do you think Ineos lied to you?" And he said, "Oh, were they truthful to you?" And he kind of went, "It's hard to say." So he knows that they lied to him or how bad the situation was. Maybe in terms of how
he also didn't anticipate as well. He also didn't anticipate as well.
And this is. I'll just say this. This is a weird. There's a weird middle ground with everything here because as soon as you say you blame the players, everyone's like, well, you can't just back the manager. And listen, the manager's making mistakes. I'm not going to sit here and defend him and say he's not making mistakes and he needs to get better. And the way we've been, I just can't. Look
at Graham Potter though. Graham Potter, right? He was meant to be. He literally came in after Tuchel, and they still sacked him in February.
Yeah, but look who he
didn't get most. Like I think he got Enzo Fernandez. I think did he get Enzo Fernandez? But he was meant to be a good coach, and he is. I think he still is a good coach, Graham Potter. But he was meant to be on the idea of, yo, it's going to be a long-term vision. I don't know how many years of contract did he sign. Let me know in the chat, right? But even him, and would you say to him, like, yo, was he any better than Amrin at the time? I think, I'm not going to lie to you. At the time, everyone was glazing. No, he's got more pedigree, but I'm not going to lie to you. When you look at Graham Potter, he was a good manager. He was on a lot of lips at the time in terms of, like,
He was
on a lot of he was potentially
talked about a lot.
He was talked about a lot of times. I don't know why I said lips, man. That's crazy.
I don't know what's going on.
I don't know what crazy. That's why my head's gone. My head's gone.
Wild.
He was in a lot of talking points in terms of potentially taking over from that manager, this manager. Let's be honest, bro. Graham Potter was a good manager then, and we were all talking about him as, he should get a big job here. So Graham Potter and Cameron's hype, they're equal. The hype.
Yeah, but do you know why it's different? Yeah. Because Potter wasn't there, man, was he? Or was it Tuchel that
What?
wasn't their man? No, Tuchel wasn't their man,
Yeah,
and he
Tuchel
sacked
wasn't
Tuchel,
their man,
innit?
yeah.
But they brought Potter in.
That makes it even more wanted to kind of make it work.
But I think the thing is, yeah, like, and this is why I think he will get a window, because it's 2.5 years, right, that they've brought him in. I just cannot fathom him not having a summer. There's no way they
That's
can't.
what you can't fathom. Double A.
This is why I don't think they will, because I just don't think.
Sorry,
bro. I just don't. I can't see how he can ever get it right if he's not given the time to get it right. Because to walk into the mess that we are and how bad we were under Ten Hag this season until he came in. How can you throw a 20-year-old left back and think, yeah, there you go, that's the medicine we need to get further up the table and win a trophy? And you know, we're meant to have believed that they've changed the tactic from Nice. They've learned from the mistakes of Nice. So if they go and sack him in the summer, they've learned nothing. They're not changed, and I don't think they even are. I don't even think they are any better. I think they're fucking worse. I think they're only here for money, and I don't think they've ever given a shit about how we perform on the pitch. They're here for the new stadium, and I think the Super League, which I said to you before. So they very well could sack him, but I think if we do sack him, we never recover. We never recover from that if we sack him. But, I'm not saying that is. I'm not saying Amorim's going to do anything. I'm not even saying Amorim's going to be top class and get us the Champions League. None of that. What I'm saying is, like, all the people that, well, now, you know, I've seen it before. Ten Hag revisionism. People desperate to give Ten Hag time, and I was probably the last one on this panel.
You know what? Double A.
Ten Hag out.
You can always sack managers, though. Double A. You can always sack managers. Look at Chelsea. You sack until you get it right. Do you know what I mean? They've done it plenty of times.
And I said that about Ten Hag. The big clubs do that. But what I need to see is a manager be actually backed by the fucking club, because Van Gaal wasn't, because Mourinho wasn't. I don't even think Ollie was to a massive degree, because he wanted. Who did he want? He wanted Grealish and got Van der Beek, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Ten Hag wasn't properly backed either.
You know what, though? Double A, let me ask a question, though. For me, I'm not going to lie to you, man. I don't know if I'm going to be emotionally involved in managers anymore, in or out. Like, I think for me, it's like, what are the club trying to do? You know, what are Ineos trying to do? What's their plans? Because ultimately, that's where the situation. For me, I'm not saying I would be happy if Amorim got sacked. I don't want him to get sacked here. But I think we are too maybe emotionally connected with managers, and this has to be right and that has to be right. It has to be what the club, what is it that the club are trying to do right? What are they trying to do? We don't know. They are absolutely clueless, Ineos. They don't have no clue what they're doing. You see what I'm trying to say?
200 million on players and then change everything. None of them players have played a back five. So they're absolutely fucking clueless. But if you're going to bring a man in and then look to change everything, you have to allow him to change everything first before you say it's not working. Because you can't give him the old man's clothes and the old man's car and say now be him, because he's his own man. And I actually believe that he'll walk before he gets pushed, because he's going to get to a point. It's like, what the fuck am I doing here? If you can't give me what I need, you know, Janet Jackson said it best. What have you done for me lately? Do you know what I mean? Fuck off! I'm going. And I back him to do that.
Yeah.
But you can't drag a man. You can't drag a man for winning another league and doing well in the Champions League and say this is what we need you for.
Yeah, but they can though. Yeah, but they can Double A, because we've already seen them do it with Dan Ashworth. Do you know what I mean? They brought in the guy who caught it over the summer and all that, spent all that time, and then he comes in for a month or two, and then no, actually you're not a good fit.
Well, in that case, mate, we need to storm Old Trafford and get them the fuck out of the club, because to me, they're a bigger cancer than the Glazers.
I'm with you on that.
They haven't got a fucking clue what they're doing.
When everyone's serious on that, with that. Sorry, go on.
No, but that's my problem, because if you're going to bring the man in and then not allow him to do it, and maybe I'm giving them too much faith. Maybe I'm saying, the Reds are screwed on. But I know
you can't blame them, though, Double A. You can't blame them for looking at this and going, look, he might be out of his depth here. Listen, I back him. I want him to do well. I think he deserves a summer. I think he maybe deserves, another window as well. But you can't blame him for looking at it and go, you know what, this guy, Maybe, I mean,
Do you know
what the wins we got against Ipswich, against Leicester? These weren't all like, good displays. Like we've lost a lot of games under it. No one expected us to be this bad. Like, we've been poor.
You know I can blame him? Because they brought him in. He's not Ten Hag. You want the guy that was before him. So where's your fucking due diligence? Where's your...
Yeah, but even he himself has said that I didn't expect it to be this bad. Like, I don't know what I'm doing, almost.
Of course he didn't.
So maybe he hasn't got the answers. And I'm like, listen, I want him to have the answers, and I want him to have. I don't think he's even played his system. I want a journalist to say to him, "Have we even seen you play the 3-4-3 yet?" Because we keep seeing a 5 at the back. Like, have we seen you play your system? When can you play your system? What you want to do? We've not seen, and we're not getting anything from him. And they can look and go, okay, well, we got your doggy, we got your one player, we got rid of Anthony, we got rid of Rashford for you. You've got those youth players there. You look at Lusail at the youth team and the under 18s. You look at under 18s a couple of days ago against Arsenal. Quite a few of them players could get into this team. Do you know what I mean? You look at Montanto and all that. There's a few of them. I'm not saying what Flawless say. Just stick them in and just like every game. But what I'm saying is at least give them a run out. Games like today in the FA Cup, to then go and see what they can do in the Premier League and what they can do in the Europa League. It's right now he's not making good decisions, and can you blame them if they were to go and say, you know what, mutual agreement, end of the season, we've not done Europa League, we've not done anything in the league, the FA Cup and all that, mutual agreement, we're just going to part ways. We're going to go with someone else because this isn't working.
Here's why I don't think they do that. Because if they get rid of him, I think more fans start to look at them in terms of their decision making and how horrendous it is.
Oh, come on. They don't care about fans looking at them. They don't care. They've been sacking Old Trafford left, right. They don't come on, Flawless. They've been ripping the club dry. They don't care.
Ineos in regards to it, staff is one thing. Like being over staff, like sacking canteen staff, for example, or cleaners or whoever got sacked is one thing. I'm talking about from a managerial standpoint. Chelsea's the blueprint of this. Because Chelsea went through this. Their owners went in, got it horrendously wrong multiple times to the point, as soon as it got rocky with Maresca, there's protests about directors and the direction of the club and how they're approaching things. They got Ten Hag awfully wrong, criminally wrong, which has helped and which has contributed to the situation we're now in. So we now are the FA Cup, no Carabao Cup. We ain't going to finish top 10. It's going to be our worst ever league finish. We're going to break all types of records. And then the guy you brought in to fix it has done worse than the last guy. We're going to start, hey, what's your decision making? You know how much, they think about how much pressure that next manager's under. If let's say hypothetically, and not only that, is the manager under pressure, they're under severe pressure to get it right. They're under severe, but like obviously,
maybe they.
I don't think we are. We're soft as a fan base. Let's be honest.
Get the manager right.
As a fan base.
I tell you this: if they sacked Amorim and the new manager went in and he won 2 games, drawn 2, lost 1, and the performances wasn't good, you know what the conversation would be? It's Amorim all over again. We're telling you that right now. We are always a result away from anarchy. That next manager is under so much scrutiny.
What if we are a sacking club and we don't
I have no issue with us being a sacking club. That's not my point. That's not my problem. Sorry. If they were to sack him, that isn't my problem. My problem is I don't trust them to get it right. I haven't trusted Ineos from the beginning. I did hear about the Xavi thing. Yeah, I did hear about the Xavi.
Yeah, you know what, man?
The Xavi thing, I don't know that one.
He's been linked with
apparently
basically
2 Premier League clubs are looking at Xavi for the summer, and they're going to be named apparently soon. I just seen it today, and it's quite a reliable.
Xavi does nothing in this country. I'm sorry, Xavi ain't doing nothing. Forget that. This is the problem. The reason why I can blame him, Ash, is because they rushed everything. They rushed him in. Like the man said, please let it be the summer. Get through your season. Let me do mine. They could have built something. They could have agreed it all. Allowed him to carry on sporting. And had a plan for the summer, how to attack.
But that's what I'm saying. No, Double A is they don't have a plan. They're just on a whim. They make decisions. They don't care. They got no plans.
And this is what I mean. So if they sack him, it's all on them. It's all their mistakes. Amorim coming in, taking the football side out of it. Amorim coming in and being shit just means he's not good enough for the Premier League. He's not good enough for what we need. That's fine, but them sacking him is on them, not him.
No, 100% it's on them. 100% it's on them.
It's oversight on their. It's their mistakes. They've
But
looked
would
at
you
him,
also
they've sacked him out of a job? They've not backed him. They've not allowed him a summer. They've sacked him.
Yeah.
It's their fault, not his.
Would you also? But the thing is, though, would you also say that the way that he's lost these amount of games is what's classed as a sackable offense, though, as well? Like, what are we missing the whole idea of like what is deemed as sackable in reality? Like, you lose an amount of games, you obviously get kicked out of Europe and obviously FA Cup. Like, what is deemed as sackable offense? Well, like, because I get it, he should be given time and whatever. But
No,
I don't think losing.
No, you're right.
In regards to games or whatever. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
His form is sackable before AA goes. 110%. It is sackable.
Did he lose like 4 Premier League games in a row? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
how many games has he won out of what?
Yeah,
like,
I'm not. Hey, Saeed, that's not my. I'm not.
24% win rate. You know.
Yeah. I am not disputing that. His form is sackable. If they were to sack him, I wouldn't say they're wrong to sack him. I'm just talking about 2 things. One, you've got it horrendously wrong again, because this is if they sack him this summer, he's our worst ever manager statistically. He broke all types of record in such a short space of time.
Yeah.
So, and the last guy who did that was the last guy who got sacked, who you happen to keep on, minus his 2 trophies, was absolutely horrendous as well. And now look, when we look at all the players we're trying to sell, it's players that he brought in. When we're talking about the likes of Onana or Hojlund, absolutely woeful. We're talking about these 2 being the worst in their positions in the league, and we spent big money on them. So not only have you got that wrong, I then don't trust them to then go get the next guy. If I trusted Ineos, I'd probably be leaning more towards saying, all right, if we get rid of him, we'll be okay. I don't trust you to get the next guy, because you've shown me in one season how you haven't just got, it's monumental fuck ups. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've told you to look after my you know what I'm saying? Look after my house. All right, you smashed a couple glasses. No, they burnt my room to the ground. They burnt my shit. Like, I got no house left type shit. Like, that's where I stand with these lot. And I didn't like them from the beginning. And they're just showing their complete incompetence. Like Ash said it. It's like they don't do things with a plan. They do things off a whim. You can't run a football club like that. How are you winging it?
What is one thing they've done that's good? Everything they've done so far is looking like a mistake. Amorim is looking like a mistake. You talk about
you're right.
You talk about the you know.
It is looking more.
Is it weird that we didn't have a new manager bounce? And in one,
but did they even really want Amorim? Did they even really want Amorim? Because they could have got him in the summer. There was rumours with Tuchel, rumours with other. It's not as if Amorim's been their main guy. Do you know what I mean? Like that. They've not been trying for him for 12 months.
Well, he must have been someone's main guy, unless it was a case of let's get him before City do. Do you know what I mean? Which is again
on a whim. This is on a whim again. This is just these people are doing this, so let's go and do this instead.
Exactly, which is something United do. Oh, City want him, so he must be fucking good. Do you know what I mean? You know, because they'll say they wasn't, but City were gearing up for him because getting in Hugo Viana. Do you know what I mean? For the Sporting DOF and that.
Yeah.
But there's not one decision you can tell me, maybe apart from sanctioning Euro. I think that's probably the best thing we've done. But like Barada is showing me that he's not a football guy. There's a reason why you was in charge of the whole of the City group and not one club as a DOF. Because to me, you're a money man. You look at that statement he made the other week, you know, about we need Manchester United to be a success for our partners, our brand partners and all that. Who gives a fuck about them? Why are you keeping them up before?
He's not a football guy. He started out at Honda.
This is the thing. So we're meant to believe that this Ineos new regime was all about the football side. Bro, they've done nothing but pillaged the whole fucking village for a year. They've done nothing other than take, kill. Do you know what I'm saying? They're doing nothing to show me that they're football people. So
no facts.
So what? The only football person we've had properly, they've sacked.
Yeah.
And Wilcock's running around doing God knows what. I don't know. He was meant to be the next big thing. He's fucking just as bad as the rest of them. Yeah. So every decision they've made since day one, and again, I'll bore the life out of you by saying people who are friends of my enemy are my enemy, and that is always how I'm going to look at them. They are the enemy. They'll forever be
who gets it.
The enemy.
Because I've been saying this.
Bro, I said when he come out and when Radcliffe come out and said the Glazers were nice people in there tried to cut me saying, what is he meant to say? Don't say fuck all, mate. If you are a United fan, you see it how us four would see it. They are a fucking cancer to this club and have been since 2005. So if you're telling me you like them, you are no better. You are absolutely no better. And yes, he was licking their ass because he wanted to jump in bed with them so he can get money out of this stadium and money out of this Super League.
Yeah,
he is no better, and he'll never be no better. And people are right in the chat. They don't give it. You're right, Ash. They don't give a shit. They're not bothered. Why should they care? Because, and I've said it to you, how we cannot mobilize together as a fan base and get these fuckers out. I will never
do it, man. Top Reds won't do it, man.
It's something that breaks my heart every single day, and I think how far we have fallen. And bro, it's not even about competing. Yeah, it's just that we are absolutely a nothing club. We are a shell of what we are. We are Manchester United in name only, because nothing else.
No, facts.
Nothing else of what this club is or was is shown in any facet. The stadium, the training ground, the players, the fans, the manager, the owners. Nothing shows you that we are Manchester United. And it's even worse than History FC, because we're not even History FC anymore. Because you can't even start talking about, well, you know, we did this and we did, because it's getting that far away since we were actually a fucking good team. You know, mate, kids don't want to be United fans anymore. I've never thought.
No, you're right.
I would hear or know that kids don't want to be United fans anymore. It's fucking mental.
Yeah,
it's mental. And again, it's heartbreaking.
Yeah, there's 3.1k in the building, man. We're not even at 1,000 likes, man. You lot are just mocking it, man. Like, generally, we're here, man. It's 11 o'clock at night. You know what I mean? You lot, let's get to 1,000 likes. Mods, you know, your jobs are to help with the likes and push the likes. So please, if you're a mod, let people know to like the video, man. You know what I mean? Just share the live, do what you need to do. Let me get these super chats involved. Joe said no open play first half goal since December the 7th. Bloody hell. Rasmus Jemba, Hojlund is useless. Saeed, big up. Good to see you, bro. First half, they were camped in our half. Big up Saeed, flawless double A and Ash. Hit the likes. We need 1.5k likes. Subscribe to Saeed and everyone on the panel. Big up, man. Zoetek says Amarin out. VRA says Shearer gave Bruno man of the match over Xerxes and Delit. How do you expect fans to have a clue if the pros also have a clue? Also forgot the pens. We lost because of selfishness and decision. Garnacho is shit. Car Park FC. How do I become a member on the Big Six Discord? I think, I don't know. I'll have to find out for you, bro. Big up to you, though. I'll find out for you soon. My group chat believe there will be without Bruno talk. I'm tired. They believe he's above criticism because of GA. Kudos to Xerxes. He dashed our hopes, bro. The fuck. I swear this 3-4-3 is meant to be attack, not defensive. Imagine if it was Trasmus who missed a pen. Amarin just won the league with Sporting. You think there's no conditions in his contract and guaranteed to United board won't use him for BS. Amarin won't be sacked. Impossible man them. So Amarin has to have his own players to coach. VRA says Amarin hasn't deserved the window. If this system was working, but we were getting unlucky, then fair enough. But at the moment, I'm not trusting him to spend any money. Big up to MDR Sumarai. He's a latest member of the channel. Big up to you, bro. And Amarin has forfeited his right to the summer spending. You know that's a big question. You know, like, do you trust Amarin with the money? You know, in this system, that's a question. Obviously, the money has to be available, and I don't think it is available. But for what it needs to be done, is Amarin the guy to deliver that? You know what I mean, for his system. You know what I mean? Or is it another guy comes in and then is maybe a 4-3-3 and it looks a bit more better, tailor-made? I don't know. Because right now, if you look at Bruno right now, he's only in there because he's a captain. And obviously he's in there. Obviously he gets a few goals here and there. But really and truly, he's not really a 6. So we're playing him there because we can't play him anywhere else.
Because his manager's on foolishness.
But really and truly, Eriksen, he couldn't get involved in the game because he's not really a left 10 in that system. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, I don't know. I genuinely don't know, man. The centre backs don't push out. The wing backs aren't doing enough. Okay, Dog has been doing his thing, but for him to spend money, like there is people out there that'll be like, "Yo, man, you haven't showed enough for us to make sure you can spend more money out, get you out of this."
The fact that that's the fact that that's a question is how poorly ran we are and how bad Ineos are. Why is it Amorim spending the money? Why is it not everybody in? Well, should there not be more people than him be involved in spending the money? Because the idea shouldn't be to bring in players for Amorim's system. The idea should be to bring in players for Manchester United, and we should have a way of playing. So therefore,
but we don't have a club model. We don't have a club model
again, and that in there lies the issue. How do we not have a Manchester United club model? How are we hiring managers?
It was Fergie model.
And
it was Fergie model.
And that is years gone by and Fergie the GOAT. But how are we not going, okay, this is the way we play. We play this formation. We play this style of football, which then makes it easy to identify players. Because then you bring in managers who are best fit for whatever style you play. So therefore, if that manager doesn't work, guess what? The next manager who can come in can use those players. So for instance, we're going to play 4-3-3 possession-based football. That should, if that's the MO, pick a style. We're going to play on the front foot, 4-3-3 is our MO. Flat back 4, 6, 2 8s, 2 wingers, strat, etc., etc. Then if you bring in a manager for that and it doesn't work, the next manager comes in, should play that exact same way as well. And then when you're buying players for that system. This is why Brighton, even though their managers are different, play attacking football. They've had De Zerbi, they've got Hertzler, they had Graham Potter. All of those managers, even though it's different in how they approach it, are all attacking-minded managers. Brighton are not going to go higher than Nuno, for example, who is a good manager, as we're seeing from this season and as we've seen at Wolves, because he doesn't fit what they're trying to do. But people will bypass that. Amorim shouldn't be the one spending the money. Of course, he should be involved, yes. But why is it? We shouldn't be buying players for a back three system, then we sack Amorim and then go get a back four manager. Then what? How stupid that is. That is dumb. That is the most idiotic thing. We a Chinese restaurant, so we bring in stuff to cook, ingredients for, and then the next chef we hire makes Mexican food. What? Make that make sense.
And this goes to show why Ineos don't have a clue what they're doing. Or whoever is in charge. I'm sick of saying Ineos. The club don't know what they're doing. They've gone and shit the bed and grabbed the manager that had all the hype around him, a lot like Ten Hag. And so you're right, mate. Because if they sack him, again, you have to go buying players. Because I'm going to ask you all, before Amorim, these players on the Ten Hag, did you think they were shit and low IQ? Flawless?
Yeah, we all wanted them. I wanted them Morgan. They're still
right. So why is he not allowed to try and get rid of him and bring players of his own then? Because we hated him all the players before he came because he was shit for 2 seasons.
I'm not saying that everyone needs to go.
Right then. So why people saying he's not allowed a summer window? You won't trust him with money.
It is though. For you,
he has to bring players in that he trusts.
No, but the idea is for you to trust someone, you've got almost kind of.
The players are fucking shit. The shit though.
I know. But then when you're in bad times, you're gonna have to. The idea of improving what you've got and making us better.
He should be doing that. But if
a good side of a manager is that he adapts to what he's
agreed.
got.
And I'm not disputing that. That's why I continue to state this. If they sack Amorim, you will hear 0 complaints from me. No complaints from me if they sack Amorim. If anybody's Amorim out right now, I am not saying you're wrong. You're hearing no pushback on the argument because he's giving me nothing to defend. I'm just talking about in regards to the recruitment. Why does it fall solely on the shoulder of the man? What's the structure in place for then? If it's all on him, surely the structure, if it's much better, like we've been told, the recruitment should be much better. However, I actually think the recruitment was good this past summer. I thought it was positive. I like the players we brought in, to be honest. Yeah. And I thought we actually did good business, considering when you look at the last window. Of course they complain about Agate because we're in 14th and nobody should be defended. That's why when you hear the super chat and the guy said about his group chat with Bruno, and I keep hearing, where would we be without him? We're 14th with him. What is going on? But that's a whole different conversation. But the recruitment shouldn't fall solely on the manager, because if he's not good enough, guess what? Them players he signed are still going to be here. Someone has to sign off. He don't have final say. He's a part of it, yes. But what is Wilcox doing? Who did we just hire? What's his name from Chelsea? He worked at Chelsea. Christopher, was it Vavell?
Vavell.
The guy we
yeah,
just hired.
Vavell,
So we got Vavell, we got Wilcox, we got Barada, maybe somebody else. Are they not all a part of the board? I mean, a part of the decision making and recruitment. Same with whoever the head scout is. But
So the last guy was making everyone worse as well. So what does that mean?
no, I don't
No,
hear that. I'm not even saying again. That's
a stupid comment because the last guy was making not you. The last guy was making everyone worse. So now he is as well. So what do we do? Just keep sack. I agree. You keep sacking until you get it right. But I think.
But this is the thing, though. It's like,
if you don't give him to the end of the season and give him a summer window, what's the fucking point?
no, but the thing is, though, the thing is for me is though, you gotta make your mind up. Like if you're gonna keep him, and then have the viewpoint of, you know what, we've got a plan for next season. We're getting on it. Or if you're gonna sack him, do it early on, so then we have the manager in for preseason and we have the manager in.
And you know what is crazy about you saying that?
You can't do what you did with Ten Hag. You cannot.
That's what I was gonna say. We've seen them mess this up.
Unforgivable.
You have to stick or twist. We've seen them. Sorry to cut you off. That's exactly what it is. If you don't want to keep Amorim and they saying we get rid of him, then the next manager in charge you should already be speaking to. What's his system? What's his idea? What players does he need? And you're going to scout for them. If you're sticking with Amorim, the conversation should be about what players he needs to bring in. Do I trust them to do this? No. Genuinely, I don't.
No, but this is where, this is where for me, I'm kind of concerned, is because Europa League, I ain't gonna lie to you guys. I don't really.
It's a wrap, man. Forget about it, man. Forget about it.
It's a wrap for me. I don't really trust that. My thing is, guys, there's still a lot of games left, and if you keep losing badly, you can't say that this guy is not gonna get sacked. You can't, because he's still got Nottingham Forest away, Newcastle away, Bournemouth away, Man City at home, Arsenal at home, Villa, and then Wolves and West Ham. And then I think in the mix of that is Leicester. Like, bro, these are not like games where you can just say, yo, you know what? Next year, guys, brother, you got to survive. And with what we've got right now, and again, I'm not putting it down to him, what is his survival instincts? What is this? What are we going to do? Chelsea away. I didn't even think about that one. Like, Mandem, I'm telling you now, you can't get boxed out. Like you got to survive in there. If you got to do, you know what I mean, what you got to do in the ring to survive, so you don't land, you don't get punched a lot. You know what I mean? Do what you need to do. But if you're getting absolutely beaten up, annihilated, I don't know, bro. Not only for him, he might break down, and also for the players as well. Because the players, they've got some motivation. FA Cup, Europa League. Once that motivation goes, are you telling me they've got motivation for the league? No way, man.
You're right. But here's what it's like, when you say that when I say I don't think he'll be sacked, that's not because I don't think he's deserving of the sacking. I'm saying I don't trust them to make the right decision.
Yeah.
That's the point I'm making. I watched them do it with Ten Hag. Why can they not do it again?
What do you think the right decision then is, Flawless?
Bro,
I think I would keep him personally.
Yeah, personally, yeah.
As of right now, I would keep him.
I can't say
it's wrong. The reason why I say that, because he's the only, as much as he's losing games and I'm losing faith in him, I trust Amorim as a manager more than I trust Ineos as a board.
Yeah.
He's the one thing in the football club that has had success elsewhere. These players haven't. They're all terrible. They've been here long enough. I think Ineos is shocking. He's it. But my faith is dwindling match day by match day because of how you're performing. But I don't trust them to sack him, then go get the next manager, then recruit right for the next manager. Did these players then get another remontada? Is it another, let's see him under such and such? If we sack him, our next manager is Gareth Southgate.
No, it won't be, man.
But of course it is.
Ashworth is gone. It's Ashworth wanted him.
Who else is going to come? Who else is going to come to United right now?
I don't know. Maybe that Xavi rumors. I don't know.
Xavi.
They were looking at Xavi.
No, I'm the same way. Amorim was out the blue. We didn't expect Amorim.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We didn't expect Amorim. We didn't expect him.
I reckon which decent managers looking at this squad and thinking, you know what, I can get more out of this. Do you know what I mean? And not only that, they're thinking, you know what, I can get more out of this, and I'm going to be given the time after they've just sacked Amorim. Like
ego.
There's no Spain manager taking this job.
Will they get time though? Because
managers ain't saying though. That's the thing.
I'm saying
Managers don't think
they're
they can
going
turn
to come
it
in knowing they've not going to get time because
Well, they're
Amorim
not gonna
didn't
get
get time.
Well, but managers will still. Managers are so driven to the point of they think I'm the one to turn it around.
of course,
As bad as our situation
Yeah,
is,
that's what
a
I'm saying.
manager
Yeah,
will
yeah.
look at it and go, I'm the
That's
guy
why
to
that's
turn
why
it around.
Amorim came in.
Amorim literally was in a dreadful situation to the point even he was like, nah, I want to come in the summer. And he said, now or never. He said, all right, cool, now.
Brother,
It's
he
gonna be bad.
said, I think I'm the guy. He said it at the press
Yeah.
conference.
Everyone
I
thinks
think
they're the
I'm the
special one, man.
Yeah, but
Everyone
have you heard him start saying, I don't think I'm the guy now? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's like,
'cause
maybe I'm not the
because now
guy.
you
Maybe
might-
the next guy will win a league
maybe you
title with
now
his
have
club.
doubts. I'm saying.
Yeah.
Maybe now you have doubts.
It's worrying.
Potentially. Maybe it's
Yeah.
that. Big on Marcel. Maybe it's that now.
Yeah, big up Marcel, man.
you got Marcel.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
So
that's what it is.
yeah. Listen, I think he obviously he believes that he wants that. And listen, I don't like say, yo, you can't be confident, 100%. But my thing is just like, yo, I do believe there's some things he could have just said, you know what? Let me just bite the bullet and just, let me just adapt to the situation here. Let me not, like, I know what my instincts are. I know what my philosophy is, but let me not just do this. I'm not saying change your 5 in the back and 3-4-3, but I'm like, you know what, man? Maybe the best form of defense is to attack. You know what I mean?
That's how it should always be.
Like, you know what I mean? That's what it should be.
That's what it
Right?
should always be.
Now, and that's where I'm like, he's done it the opposite way. He said, you know what? I've got to defend first. Let me get the basic principles in. But we were already broken. We were already like dead. And this is where all the managers in the Premier League are doing well. Like, they've got the handbrakes off. I didn't see today Fulham not willing to attack. Every time I see you and I watch you, every game I watch you, I don't see them and be like, you know what? They're making sure they don't attack, or they're making sure that it's pragmatic. I don't see it. Maybe Nottingham Forest, but then they use the counter-attack very well. They use the tools of their counter-attack. Don't look at all the teams. I'm like, yo, they're not attacking. They're not doing this. And that is something that I think he should not have done when he came in. Like, put the handbrakes on and made us a bit more rigid. He should have went, you know what? We're going to go attack. We're going to go do that. I think a lot of people have said, you know what? This is exciting, man. Yo, we might have lost today, but you know what?
We lost 4-3.
Yeah, because that's what Klopp did. You got to remember Klopp at the start of his career, they were losing 4-3. They were winning 5-2, 5-3. It was like, remember Nottingham, was it Norwich? They won 5-4. They were poor that day, but they got a Lallana late goal. And that sometimes, you know what, you say to yourself, right, we've got a bit of, we're enjoying this. It's going good, but, we'll get better and better. And the confidence builds in. You see goals. We're not scoring goals, guys. That's what we're not doing. If you at least say we're a goal-scoring team, everyone will say, you know what? Everyone relax on Amorim, man. A lot of goals came in today. Fair enough. The opposition found a few more goals. But we're not even scoring goals.
We weren't
Not been
before.
for a couple of seasons, though, have
we
we? We weren't last
longer.
season. We
Yeah,
weren't.
but that's
the
the
whole
years
point.
for.
That's not the whole point, though. You as another manager can come in and make us a goal-scoring team, and that could mean your system allows that we are better going forward. The fullbacks are better. You know what I mean? The 10s are more closer to the attacker. The two, you know what I mean? The fullbacks push up a little bit more. Like, there's things you can make us attacking wise.
Agreed.
You know what I'm saying?
You can play wingers. You can play attacking-minded players at wing back, for example.
Yeah.
It's as simple
Do you
as
know what
that.
I'm saying?
It's
Well, to be
literally-
fair, when he did come in, originally when he came in, we were starting to create more chances. We just weren't finishing the chances.
The strikers.
But that's because the players were more listening to him now. Because you don't even see them patterns anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
Them patterns you've seen early on of us dominating possession and things I can see it, that's disappeared because of course results and play. We know what these players are like. So
No, I know,
results
bro.
start
I
going
know,
bad,
bro. But listen, Marcel's in the building. Marcel, what are you saying, bro? And how you feeling, man? You know what I'm saying? I didn't even know that number was yours, man. I was like, what is this hot mail?
Yeah, well, I'm just changing over phones right now, innit? So
Right, that's living life, yeah? You know what I mean?
I'm just changing it over.
Money's coming through nicely, yeah?
Yeah. But obviously, the game itself, I'm stressing, bro. It's a bad one, guys. Like we're hitting rock bottom, but we just have to kind of get through the rest of this season now. That's how I see it. I think Ruben can be a bit more brave in his selection. Involve more youth players. that's maybe the best way you can do it. Like the bench don't look that strong anymore. I mean, you were just talking about earlier on, you know, how he was rotating the squad and stuff, but he had Ahmad to call upon, he had Kobe to call upon. So I think there's an element of injuries as well. You know, Ten Hag was telling us this at the beginning of the season about robust players. So, you know, we're seeing a systemic issue from previous managers and previous years, but it's coming to the fold now, you know, and you know, we've conflated the issue, or, you know, Man United fans are so aware of the issue to the point of it being at the very top with the Glazer ownership and Ineos and all these things. But, you know, on the pitch, that's showing now, you know, after many years of us not being able to recruit correctly and have a right kind of structure. So we're left in this situation now where, you know, they've made big mistakes in Ineos, you know, getting a manager halfway through a season. And they haven't supported him in their first window. So I just think we have to give it time now, guys. We can't keep picking, you know, holes at this manager when he hasn't been able to, you know, get players of a certain kind of caliber and quality. We knew that these players weren't good enough from last season. So I think it's just about having the right kind of temperament, guys, on it, and asking maybe the manager to be more brave with the squad that he has available to him now. But
that's the ultimate question, though, and that's where he's failed on, I think, for me. So
but it's not even a failure, though, for me, Saeed. He's just learning the squad.
If you're not getting results, it's a failure.
How many times do you need to start Hojlund?
Right,
do you know what I mean? How many times do you need to start Hojlund to see that it's not working?
Exactly. Bro. You can't back that, bro. You can't.
No, I hear that. But then, who else does he go? So he throws in a 17-year-old. Did you get it?
Yes.
Instead of that,
yes.
It's like, no, I hear it. I'm for it. I'm agreeing with you.
Even when Aries playing for thingy, for Arsenal,
is he not in a better environment though? Is he not?
Like environment, they're doing nothing.
Brother,
Arsenal doing.
He is in a better environment. However, who knows if the youth
was Rashford in a better environment?
Sometimes players create environments. Do you know what I mean? You bring injuries through to create the environment. Do you know what I mean? To create that hunger, that desire. Do you know what I mean? That's you get those young players in there to create the environment.
Bro, you create, bro. All these young players, you know what I mean? When they came through, there was an element of struggle about that team, or something happened for that player to go in there. So okay, Rashford one was a bit fortuitous in terms of Martial was injured, a couple of players injured, but a lot of the players they come in because you know what? Like Arsenal, we're not great. And they said, you know what, we need a bit of something different here. You know, let's bring on Ethan Nwaneri. You know, at left back, Arsenal were not having, Calafiori weren't playing well. Zinchenko weren't playing. They said, right, let's go and bring this Ethan Nwaneri. They brought him in. Like, sometimes it comes from struggle, and you have to do it.
Now, I hear it, but it's like we've got too much struggle. We've got too much type of those players. Yoro, Ahmad, Kobe. Like there's too many, Garnacho. So there's too many players that have not picked up a Premier League trophy, not picked up a Champions. Like the predicament that we're in is like it's just young potential players right now. It's not certified winners.
I hear you, Marcel, but it's better at least attempt it to see if it's better. That's where my issue lies.
No, I've always said it. He needs to be more brave right now. But
I agree with you.
But it's like he's exchanging young potential players for not even kick the ball players. Like the situation.
He's shown me enough to be starting up for Hojlund. He has shown me enough, in these kind of minutes he's been playing, to show me that he is getting more. He's pressing more. He's even in the system. He's pressing more. Hojlund today.
Marcel, I've seen you do kick-ups on your. I've seen you do kick-ups on your Twitter. I'd start you over Hojlund at this point.
Bro,
that's
I
how bad
agree.
it is.
Bro, Marcel, today they were literally the crowd were onto Hojlund for even pressing. He didn't even want to press today.
Really?
No, I agree.
I'm not saying
keep pressing. Saeed, I'm not saying keep Hojlund. I'm saying he might have to be sold or definitely on loan. Obi looked like he can be more effective in the box. He created more big chances. He should have scored. Really and truly, if he was Hojlund's age, I'll be vexed that he doesn't score today. That's the realest.
I know. I'm gonna say that to you. I know.
But he's hella young. You know, give him the time, give him the space. He's showing positive signs as a young forward. But just the fact that a manager doesn't have a certified hitter as someone to select from is a problem. It's just a problem.
No. On the grand scheme of things, 100%.
Exactly.
You're right.
It's like you have to give this manager and his system some grace because it needs certified players to play in these positions.
And that's also something that the guys are not liking. When I was at Old Trafford today, they were saying, there's a lot to kind of fix, and this manager needs a lot for the system to work. That's the concerns, that you do need a lot for the system to work. Whereas with maybe other systems, like I don't know, other teams that they've had, a manager's come in and not had most of his players, but still you're like, you know what, man,
Because we
this
ain't been
guy's
this
doing
bad.
well.
That's why there's been. That's why.
Like Eddie Howe, for example. Eddie Howe's a good example of
I hear that.
we spent a lot, but still doing a lot.
Every system needs a lot to work. Because I did hear this narrative as well from everyone and Flawless as well, saying that we need to buy players for Manchester United. I agree with that, but at the same time, I feel like I don't agree. It's weird. I just feel like maybe we need to buy specific players for that manager. And then we need like
what if you don't?
That should be the system. Though. That's the thing is myself.
And everyone didn't Sir Alex want specific players? Didn't Ollie want specific players? Like I feel like you lot are twisting it the wrong way. I think
Alex, to be fair, he was playing with heavily midfield
for that manager.
That was a different time. Fergie, come on, man. Fergie's a different time. Like when I say like
out of anything, bro.
When
I'm midfield.
Yeah, Fergie was moving players all over the place. He was specific players. Parker playing everywhere. O'Shea playing all over the Sylvester.
What about the demands of the modern game then? What about the demands of the modern game? Isn't it that that the manager has an idea of a type of player and then he wants that type of player? He complains when he doesn't get that type of player. So why are we speaking of a narrative where it's like, no, we need to buy a style for the club?
But Marcel, I agree with you. What I'm saying is the manager and the club's idea in that should align. Is my point. It should be the same.
The identity needs to be the same. So you bring players in that
that's
fit
my
that
point.
identity. So if the manager leaves, the next manager comes in that fits that model and identity.
It should be the exact. It should be the same.
It fits in perfectly. Absolutely, I agree with that. Absolutely, yeah.
That's where I'm at with it.
Where is that in world football? I'm just asking a general question. I'm not even trying to.
City were doing it for Pep long before Pep come in. They were buying players that fit him because he brought the director of football in before Pep came in, and they'll do that long after Pep goes. That's the reason why they've brought Hugo Viana in to carry on that. So if Pep goes, the next manager comes in is doing the exact same thing. And I'm not saying that's well renowned through football, but you think Real Madrid do it and Barcelona look to do it as well. The next manager comes in, the players they buy fit what they want and the type of football they play. Manchester United should be doing the same thing. What the mistake they've made is they've gone so far beyond what the last manager was doing. It's completely switched. So if they are to have an identity, which we believe they were going to in the Ineos, with the whole football structure, they were going to look for players to fit in an identity and a model. That if we sack Amorim, the next manager has to have the exact same ideology and system that Amorim has, and that's where we fall down because we have to buy players that fit Amorim's model. So we have to keep buying players after that. Otherwise, we're stuck.
That's why you have to. For me, that's why you have to.
For me, everyone's ideas should align. Is the point I'm making?
Exactly.
Why are the ideas not aligned? There shouldn't be too much conflict.
Yeah.
I am trying. We play a certain way. The manager plays a certain way. It aligns, so it's easier to identify players. There shouldn't be much conflict.
Yeah. Are we starting that now? Because this is Ineos's first purchase.
I'm saying Ineos should have been doing this.
Just to be fair, complaining a lot.
Are we starting that now? Are we saying that our new culture is a 3-4-3 club? And then again, it's
I don't think it is.
Detach.
No,
I think it is. I think if you look a little bit deeper, we are looking like a 3-4-3 club because you look who have we like targeted? Tuchel, Nagelsmann, Amorim. Those are all 3-back coaches.
We can't afford to do that, man.
So you think that
we can say if you're willing to really build a dynasty? I just don't. I'm with it. Like if they want to go, I really despise sacks. It doesn't work for us. It's never.
No, but also I'm not
failing managers at the beginning and then trusting their process until they become.
I'm not doing blind faith. Me, I can't lie to you guys, man. I'm accountability, but I'm also, for me, I'm not getting involved in no emotional backing over managers or players or anything like that. I just want to know, is this club doing well or not? It doesn't care. I don't care who's in charge. Obviously, there's certain man that can't be in charge. That's Southgate. But for me, it's like, I just want to know, right, if this club is actually doing well or not. And are we making right decisions? If we are, then I'll back it. But I'm just not emotionally getting involved in or out, that player, this player. Are we actually? Do I feel like when I go to Old Trafford now or watch United? Do I feel like it's giving me, I don't know, a sense of purpose? Like, what are you watching? Is it? Do you feel like a sense of belonging at Man United? Like, I don't feel it. I don't feel like I recognize this football club. That also comes from the Glazers, obviously, Ineos and whatnot. But I have to fall in love with that. Like today, there was like, someone asked me today, like, you've not been at Old Trafford for a while, innit? And I said, yeah, because I've not been enjoying the football, innit? And they were like, yeah, but you've got trophies in the last 2 years or whatever. Yeah, but that's also not made me enjoy fully football club. I can separate the two. I can enjoy the day, but then still feel like my club is improving. I want to enjoy football. That's what you don't get it, guys. I just want to enjoy football. I get we want to win trophies, and listen, that's the all MB. But for me, I have to say, you know what? I'm excited to watch my United today. And if that means it's a manager that plays 4-2-3-1, 4-3-3, 3-5-3, whatever you want, you know what I'm saying? I just want to make sure. And this idea that you're saying, let's back it till the cows come home. I'm not with that, Marcel. I'm with, is this good? Is this not good? Right, cool. Let's separate the two without coming to big conclusions. I'm not saying, I'm running out, I'm running. Are you seeing something that you like? You get it?
To get to that, you have to understand the element of suffering to get to that. It's just, and I try to explain this to people. Even under Ten Hag, I try to explain this to people. Side in a 90 minutes of football, you're going to suffer. Forget dominating for a whole game. You're going to suffer in 90 minutes of football. You know, the other team has a structure and
there's context behind that. The context is, Marcel, you don't suffer against Ipswich. You don't suffer against these teams that were meant to be on the front foot. You don't give in to teams and say, right, you have the ball and we're going to sit off you and we're not going to dominate. Like, that's not suffering,
There's context to that, though, Saeed. When we go through the process of 10, 15 years playing a certain style of football and you convert that style of football, there's an element of change where you're going to suffer to make that correct change. You can't, whatever habits you have in your personal life, you don't just break it in 20 minutes. It takes like days. So long to break that habit. And it's the same thing here. Just we're broadening it out. We're just broadening it out over 10, 15 years. That's all we're doing, Saeed. And you can see year after year, systemic, we've had certain type of managers. We've had certain poor decision making, and it's coming to roost. So now you have to suffer in this period of time.
Yeah, for how long? Exactly, this question here. For how long then? You saying?
I wish I could put a time frame on it. My manager can't even.
That's your problem, though. You don't.
It's not my problem. It's not my problem because I see the context of what we're just going through different from you. You see it as I just want to enjoy football. I don't care. You're not even thinking of the minerals of how that happens. I'm thinking of the minerals of it. How it happens. There's a period where to get to that stage of top level football, you have to suffer for a bit.
Marcel, but you were 2.5 years into. But you're listen. I'm
not 2.5 years. I'm like 3 months. I'm 3 months.
No.
When a new manager comes, Saeed.
No. How long were you there with Ten Hag?
No, Saeed.
So your backstory is aligning to what you're saying.
Hold on, Saeed. You see when a new manager comes, it's all gun ho for the new manager now. It's a new way of thinking because we need I bring a new context to it. It's not I want to see good football. It's like, what is he trying to bring into this football club? What is he trying to inject into this football club? What is the process for that? We're going to change things again. It's a new habit starting. We need to break the hold. There's a process. It's really
you still have to perform. You still have to perform to a certain level, though, Marcel.
But
there's a certain level you can't.
Flawless. What is the level we've been performing to over the last 10, 15 years? Not first,
it's been terrible, but he's made it worse.
Yeah, but he's changing things and he's breaking a new habit. So it might go down. So it could have been projected to go down a little bit before it goes up.
It didn't project to go down, and you didn't have us in 14th, 15th at this stage, did you?
It didn't project to go down. The
reality, did you have us 14th at this stage?
No.
So you didn't expect it to be this bad?
I didn't expect this reality, but
it was my point.
But we knew it was going to be painful, though. Flawless.
Hold on, Flawless. It must have been projected by somebody, and guess who it was projected by? Your manager.
Yeah,
this manager told you, even in the midst of winning 4-0, listen, my friends, it's going to be a storm coming.
He is.
Listen,
this ain't a storm. This is a
forget about me and you projecting it.
Tsunami, man.
The manager told you that. You know what? I've seen what I want to bring to the football club, and it's gonna be tough.
I hear that. But there should be storms and there should be passing. This is tsunami, wave after wave after wave. This is tidal wave, tsunami, everything.
So Alex told you, Flawless, if you can't support them when they're down,
I'm here supporting. You stop supporting. Wait, Marcel, you stop. Wait, hold on. Let me respond to that.
Come on, man.
I ain't stopped supporting.
Oh, well then there you go.
You
So then
but I can still hold him accountable for his results.
You got to hold him accountable, man.
Of
What's
course
this
you can.
journalistic house?
Yeah, that's all I'm doing.
Of course you can hold him accountable for the
Yes.
results. I'm not disputing that. I'm just
That's all
saying,
I'm saying.
somebody
You didn't have
projected
a
what
say
me and
in
you
it,
didn't
right?
project. All I'm saying to you is somebody projected something that me and you didn't project. And a matter of fact of that is now they're low. So let's
But he
still
didn't
get on the
expect it to
bandwagon.
be this
Hold
bad
on,
because he said that himself.
still get on the bandwagon and support them. Still find the avenues of
I'm
correction.
still supporting.
Still find the avenues of how can this manager stay here and do better for us with what he's doing.
I'm still supporting. But my
guy, that's it.
My faith is dwindling because of the poor results. And even he said he didn't expect it to be this bad.
I can
And
hear it.
And
way
even he
back away.
said, I
He
might not
said
be the
this.
guy. He's even said it to you, Marcel.
He's doubting himself now.
He's doubting
I hope it
himself.
was tongue in cheek.
When
though. I
has
need
he
to see
said he's not
video.
the guy? Please, I want that quote, please.
Bro, he's basically.
He said that past 24 hours.
Now it's
Man.
basically
was it tongue in cheek, though?
we're saying different words. Now it's basically, basically.
Bro.
Where's that quote?
Because even now, okay, I'll bring you a recent quote. He said
Marcel,
about
one of a kind,
Premier League.
About the
Winning
Premier League, him
he said,
saying,
I might not be the guy. He said, I
Was
might
it
not
tongue
be the
in
guy.
cheek though? Because he said things tongue in cheek that people have
no,
taken
it wasn't.
seriously.
No, it wasn't.
Was it
He
saying?
said,
I need to see the video.
I don't
he
think
said
about what Ray
he
Rooney
sacked
was saying.
Because like when he said about the Y Scout thing with Dorgu, like when he spoke about us being the worst ever, etc. Even though that was portrayed like he meant them serious, they were both tongue in cheek and meant in like a sarcastic, humorous manner. So this one I need to see the video.
It didn't come across like that. It just kind of said it. It didn't come across as like.
Now, I've not seen the video, so I don't know, but I know it's on Twitter. So someone go, hey, someone at me with that, please, I beg.
No, but honestly, there was a point where he goes, if I don't get the results, I could be sacked. He said it in press conferences.
He knows this.
He said Ineos can sack me if I don't get the results.
Absolutely.
He said this himself.
Because he knows if you lose football matches at Manchester United, you are in danger of losing your job 100%.
That's what he said. Yeah. He knows.
Saeed, that's the reality of management. He's being
no. Here he said it here. He said it. He goes. Ruben Amorim admits he could be sacked by Man United.
That's
after
a cool.
Dan Ashworth.
You don't want to hear that.
Nothing about that. He's not the guy.
You don't want to hear that. It's like he's accepting defeat. He's accepting defeat in saying stuff like, "You have to be confident. I'm going to fix
December,
this."
by the way.
I'm the guy.
He goes here. Look. He goes. I know
accepting.
the business that I'm in. Hold on a minute. I'll bring you the quotes. He said to me, "Bring me the quotes." Yeah. I said, "I know the business I'm in. The manager of Man United can never, no matter what, be comfortable. I know if I don't win, regardless, if they play the buyer or not, I know every manager dangerous. I like that because this is the job. So I understand the question. You can argue that I have not been here 1 month and have 4 training sessions, but we are what winning. That's the reality, and I'm comfortable with that." So this is what I'm saying here.
So he's not saying he might not be the guy. One. So let's get that one out.
No, he's saying I could be sacked. What does that mean? I might not be the guy.
Oh, but he did say today, Marcel, that he said,
"Oh my God,
United might win the league, but it might not be with me." So he's saying, "I'm not."
Yeah,
the guy.
and that was in December, by the way, Marcel.
So
December.
Double it. So he said United might win the league,
but it might not be with him.
Yeah,
okay.
Their aim is to win the league, but it might not be with him.
Yeah, that was today. That was today.
Is it? That's what he said.
That's what I said. That was it. That was it.
Quote.
Yeah.
Where is that? Can someone send me that, please?
That's the quote.
Yeah,
There, right?
I
always win the league, but not way with me. He's letting you know that. That's why for me,
that's very damning. I hope he said it.
You don't want to hear that. You don't want to hear that.
Bro,
you are confident. Would you ever get that from Mourinho? Would Sir Alex ever say that? Would any top man? Would you hear Pep say that? Would you hear Klopp say that?
I've seen this, man. ACFC, I've seen this. Listen, he's chilling in it with the Chelsea man the minute. It is what it is. You know what I mean? I don't know if you're not seeing that, man, but that's the least on my mind right now, man. F Mason Mount, you feel me? But my thing is, that's why for me, I'm not getting emotionally involved with managers anymore. Like, genuinely. Like, honestly, bro. And it sounds mad. And again, I'm not calling for sacking. I'm not calling for nothing. If he stayed, cool, Marcel. If he gets his players, we'll back it. You know me now. We're there, innit? Like, I'll back it, yeah. But I'm not blindly backing. There's two things. There's backing the manager and say, you know what? Let's give him the money. You know what? He's a good guy. But there's also not saying if he loses most of the games this season towards the end, yeah, and if he was sacked the next day, you can't then say, what a disgrace. What a da-da-da. You can say about the bigger picture, but in terms of
is there a plan, Saeed? That would be my issue with that. What is like Ash mentioned? We are transitioning to a back free club. If you're telling me that their idea is, hey, we're going to be a back free club and we're going to recruit players for a back free system, I'm much more comfortable with Amorim being sacked. The reason why I'm more so against it is because I don't trust him. And I believe all these players were like a Gyökeres, a Quenda, a Diamonde, for example. If Amorim sacked, watch those reports disappear. That's where my issue lies. I don't think they're recruiting for a back three. I think they're recruiting for a manager and the way he wants to play, which is the wrong way to go, because we've been doing that with all these previous managers, and you see what happens, and you get the mismatch of squad we'd have. It's like, yo, have a style and stick with it. That's where I'm at with it. Formation style. This is the way we go about things here. Boom, easy.
But I agree, Foles. You know what? He's got to earn the right to have the money to spend. Right now, he's not earning the right to spend this money. Like, so far.
Is that solely down to him, or is it this shit squad that we're stuck with?
The squad shit. The squad shit. These players are shit. They've struggled to adapt. That's clear.
It's all shit.
This bad.
Yes, bro. This bad. They are one of the worst teams I've ever seen play football.
I can't see better than this. I can't see more.
The individuals, they're not a team in any way. There's no cohesiveness in this team whatsoever. I'm refusing to give them another life over another manager. Before I want them out.
But that's the reality, though. The reality is they're gonna stay. Listen, I want most of this team gone, but the reality is, I know players will always be here over managers.
I get that.
Way to think.
I get that. For me, but then if we sack this manager after 8 months, right, the next one gets 6 months, because if them players are staying, they're gonna throw him under the bus just as, because you're already seeing it now. Links of we don't like the training. We feel like he's a bit too harsh. It's already starting. The whole narrative of what we get every cycle with every single manager is already coming out. We've seen it with Ollie. We've seen it with Ten Hag, and now it's happening with him. So I fully believe that this manager will get sacked, because I can see it already. Because if
you can see it.
Because if he doesn't get results, and I agree with you guys. I need to see something. He needs to be building.
We need to see results, man. That's the bottom line.
It's not even results. No, it's not even results.
And obviously the way of playing. Yeah, performance.
The identity needs to be on the pitch, and we're not seeing any of it. But I do believe he's very much limited with the resources he has, because they are not good enough at all.
Very much.
But the thing is, though, you can say that, though. You can say that, though. But when he had most of his players fit and available, he didn't really want to use half of the tools he had. Let's be honest, though. When there was all these players available, right? And I'm not saying Mount, Luke Shaw, or whatnot, but there was a time when we were having no injuries, and we only literally really had these injuries towards it. There was a time when he was making mistakes of Mainu here, playing Hojlund, playing this player here, not playing that, playing Dalot left
defensive wing backs.
Hey,
the two defensive wing backs. When the stats were showing that an attacking wing back was getting us results.
Yeah. Like, let's be honest, guys. When he had most of his kind of situations, he was making mistakes as well. So don't act like injuries are the only reason why we're suffering right now. Let's not put that to that.
Saeed, I'm gonna say it. It's a thing. Double A and Saeed. He's had not a similar predicament as Ten Hag, but he's had a situation where he's had that a reduced squad because of injuries.
Not really. Only 2 weeks ago. Only since the Ahmad and Mainu is when we've been really, really reduced. You tell me, and Alessandro injury, which was a freak injury, by the way. Big up to him, but that was the only ones. Let's be honest, though. Like, this situation right now, like, we've only had these injuries right now. But majority of the time he's been here, we've been fairly fit. We've been like, yo, we've got options here. We got a situation where everyone's fully fit. You know what I mean?
I don't know. He's firstly never had his profiles. So what I've always kind of said is that Ahmad is the best right wing back in the world for Ruben's system, because it's what he's got available to him and what he's used and what looks best. So once he kind of had a informed kind of free flow Ahmad, he then decided to put him in the 10. He's just got here, so we all know that Ahmad's best position is 10, but he's kind of just rejigging the squad to see where things work and how things operate. He's just got here. Same with Kobe. The goals were drying up. There was no one scoring goals. It's been like that for a hot minute. So then he sees Kobe play well there, and he thinks, you know what, let me try and build the team around Kobe for this. Just one game, let me just see how it happens. It was the same thing for Dorgu, because he had run out of world-class right wing-backs. So the first game he comes in, okay, let me see what he can do here. And then he makes a mistake. But he's probing, and he's starting the process, guys. He's learning how to mix and mold this team in a certain way. It's part of the process. He's just got here. Give him time.
Bro, you have to get
I
time,
agree.
man. And that's what I believe in now, man. Like, especially with the results you're
You
getting.
didn't love Ten Hag, and he done the requirements for time, trophies.
He did not really, not
Not
really.
the second season, bro. He didn't.
You
He didn't
might
Not the
We
second
want more
season.
man,
fan base. We want
Come
more
on,
than
man. Look at where you're
trophies.
smiling when
We
you
want
say
more
that.
than
as well.
trophies.
Look at this guy, bro. Look at this guy. the
Bro,
way he's smiling.
Marcel's a
You're
troll.
not
blood.
first,
Like,
second,
you're
or
trolling.
third.
Bro.
Not again.
Hey,
This
Marcel,
guy
you
is
can't say
trolling,
it with a
you know.
straight face because you're trolling, bruv. Like,
You're actually
No.
trolling right now.
What do you want me to
Stop,
say,
bro?
What?
you're trolling.
Rants? What do you want me to say?
Mourinho got us trophies. We
Bruv,
want
say the
more.
truth,
We want
innit?
more.
Say the truth, bro. Like, listen, this guy's doing worse than Ralph, yeah. And man, we're going on like Ralph was the worst thing that was happening, yeah. When the facts were, Ralph was keeping it 110%, yeah. But even Ralph understood. He knew he was on his way out, yeah. And the way he coached, the players were even saying, yo, like, a lot of man was struggling to kind of adapt to his principles. And because they knew he wasn't staying, they weren't really listening to him. This manager here, yeah, is straight up failing. I don't want to hear anything from no one. This guy's come out with his own mouth and say to Rio Ferdinand, right, I didn't expect it to be this bad. So all this, a storm's coming, bro. That's bollocks, man. It's cope. He knew that we were going to have a bit of a downturn. He didn't expect this. So you shouldn't accept this because he didn't expect it either. So saying, the manager told us it was going to be bad. He didn't expect it to be this bad. He said so his flipping self. The geezers come out today saying, yeah, the goal at this club is to win the league. It might not be with me. The other game, we're losing 2-0 at half time against Everton, and this guy's looking at the floor like it's going to open up and take him back to Sporting, bro. This guy, he knows he's in above his head, bro. Like, we need to stop fucking about, innit? Like, he deserves to the end of the season, yeah. But from what I've seen, yeah, he's not the guy, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? He could prove us all wrong, but I fucking doubt it. Like, that's the reality, innit? Were we going to give him 15 players in the summer? Because that's what he needs.
No,
that's what he needs. 15 players, bro. He hasn't made one player better since he's come here, bruv. Not one.
I disagree with that.
Bruv, name them then.
Maguire's
difficult to name.
No, he hasn't made Maguire better. Maguire's still doing Maguire things, bruv.
No, he looks better in the system.
No, he doesn't, bro. And we shouldn't be
Maguire
playing
has
Maguire.
got the system.
This is your fault. You knew what you were doing.
All right, next one.
In the system.
No, he doesn't. Ahmad, bro, the manager came in and thanked Ruud van Nistelrooy, yeah, for giving Ahmad the confidence to play football. Ahmad was playing well before the manager got here. Next one.
Yeah, Ahmad was playing well before that, but he's been very good in the
No,
system as a right wing back.
No. He's been good
and the
of this
spaces that
system. He's
open
been
up
a
for him
right
in
wing
the
back
system
in this
look
system.
a lot
He's never
better.
played it in his life, bruv. That's not his best position. We're not going to pretend that's his best position. It's not.
His best position is 10, but he's been poor.
All right,
He's
well,
been
next
poor
one.
at 10,
Next
but
one.
He's been good as a right wing
one.
back.
Next one. All right, next player now.
Mazwari is a right centre back.
That he looked better in our four at the back system. When
No,
he
he
first
didn't.
came in, he was
No,
the
he
best player on the
didn't.
pitch.
He
Yes,
looks
he
a
did.
lot better as a right
Yes,
back.
he did. Already done that.
Yes, he
look
did.
better at right back, bro.
Next
Come on,
player
he look
now.
better at right back.
He
Next
looks
player.
right. No,
Next player,
He looks
Marcel.
better as a right sided
Next
centre
player,
back.
bro.
Right?
Next
Yeah,
player.
He looks better as
Next
a right
player.
sided centre back.
You're performing like Ruben right now, bro. What's your win
I'm not,
percentage? He's what,
I'm
20%
not.
or something?
I'm not.
You're
It's all
dying
with a
right now.
straight
You ain't
face.
got one right, bro.
It's all with a straight
Next
face.
player. Who's playing better?
I think that's about it, to be honest with you.
So no
And
one.
maybe Agate as well.
No, Agate looked better under Rude, but I hear you.
No,
Yes, he did.
no.
Yes, he did.
This
Yes, he
system
did.
suits him perfectly.
No, I don't know about that. I don't
And
know.
then maybe
It's like we can't name enough
So
themselves,
you're
you
saying
know.
you said Agate, Maz, Maguire, Ahmad.
Maz has fell
Going
off
up.
since
He
manager
just
came
on four.
through, you know.
Yeah, he is.
He was actually better on the Ten Hag.
About
So
four.
man saying
even-
4 players in the squad
So
of 20
Marcel,
man.
so even if it is the 4, that's still not enough.
Of course,
No.
but the squad's
No.
been poor, flawless.
The squad is terrible. I agree with you,
I'm not
man.
saying,
I
I'm
agree
not
with you
saying
on
that he's made massive amount of improvements. It's only been 3
Yeah.
or 4 months. I'm not saying that this manager is a brilliant manager right now. He's made massive mistakes in games, but he's just got here. His idea is clear. The way he articulates his idea is clear. And we know that the quality of the players is poor. He needs
So
more time.
was Frank Lampard
He
at
needs-
Chelsea. He spoke really well as well, and he was just getting bent over, mate. Like, doesn't really matter.
Yeah, but for me, Lamps is just a poor quality
Well,
manager. And, then his
exactly,
style of
and
football-
he's private school
his style of
educated.
football. I
And he
didn't like his
speaks
style
well,
of
bruv.
football.
Speaking well does not make you a good coach, man.
I didn't like his style of football personally, but Ruben,
I don't like this
I
manager's
like his.
style of football. I don't
You don't
like
like-
it, bruv.
You don't like Ruben's style of football?
No, I don't like defensive wing backs. This is Man United. Like, what are we doing, bruv? Dallo and Mazraoui at
Alright.
wing back, bruv.
Yeah, but when
the style
Dorgu,
of
but
football
we
is not-
haven't given enough time, Rants, to see Dorgu and Ahmad.
We
as
haven't
what they're
given him
doing.
enough time, brother. Listen to what I'm saying here. This guy's he's coached how many games? Like nearly 30 games, yeah.
Yeah.
How many
Lot of
fucking
games,
games
like
you need to coach to see a style of play, bro? Like, I'm just trying to know because we ain't even had a new manager bounce, bro. We'd had a new manager crash, bro. There was no bounce. Just a crash.
I don't think
27%
it's
win
about.
record.
I don't think it's about how many games. I don't think it's about how
Nah,
many
it's
games
actually
you
not
need
even
to
about
play.
that.
Fuming, bro. I hear it. Like, I hear it, bro. This is the
That has to be
disgrace,
something
bro.
systematic wrong, though, Marcel, for you to not even have a bounce, bro. Two
We
games,
wouldn't accept this from an interim, this kind of form.
bro.
This
That's
is
what I'm saying.
crazy.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, we did we? With
Yeah, with Ralph. Yeah, we didn't.
didn't accept
I
that.
think it's 2-game challenge, Marcel. To have 2 Premier League wins under our belt. We've still not done that, You know what I mean? And we don't know if that's going to happen with Arsenal. Obviously, we beat Ipswich. We're not going to beat Arsenal. You know what I'm saying to you? Like, bro, like that is fundamentally like a big like red flag, to not win 2 games on a bounce in the Premier League. It's crazy,
Yep,
crazy.
Oh shit,
I
we
agree.
still
We can't be out here.
Not even the wins we get here.
We can't be out
They're
here
not even
blaming the
great
players.
wins.
I can't lie
agree.
because it's one of them ones where with these players, yeah, we understand they're all limited, bro. Do you know what I mean? I'm not a massive fan of a lot of these players. They're very limited. But when you have a limited bunch, yeah, it's your job as a coach, yeah, no matter what level you coach at, you could be coaching children, yeah, is to get the best out of the players you have available. Like, that's literally your job as a coach. Like, it's not to enforce your ideologies, bruv. This ain't church, bruv. This is football. At the end of the day, yeah, you get your best, the best that you can out of the team in order to win a game of football, bro. This guy is shoehorning this Rasmus guy into the team, bro. I don't know, yeah. Rasmus's confidence, I don't know where that is right now, bro. Like, you just see him sitting on the bench, you don't want to be there, bro. Like, stop playing the kid, bro. Sometimes the best thing to do is take a man out the firing line. He's dying out there, bro. Like, it's pathetic. It's bad. I almost feel sorry for him. I don't even rate him, but I genuinely am feeling sorry for him right now. Because he looks like, even when it's a 5-yard pass today, he had a simple 5-yard pass to Eriksen, he tries to flick it, he gives it away. And it's like, bro, wow, what made you do that? Like,
Bro,
he
that's
can't
what I'm
even,
saying.
can't even think anymore, bro, because he's rattled. Take him out of there, bro. Do you know what I mean? The manager's not doing basic things, bro. And people are talking about the injury crisis, but when everyone was available, he was still doing
That's what I was
foolishness.
saying, yeah.
He was. We just have to admit it. As much as he's won stuff here, in Portugal, we have to be real. Like, so did Villas-Boas. Like, it's not a top 5 league in Europe, bruv. And if it's top 5, it's 5th, blood. Like, it doesn't really mean anything. This is the Premier League. Even the shit teams have good coaches, experienced coaches, bro. Crystal Palace got a coach that's won a Europa League, bro. Like, we have to be real. This is a different level. It's a different level, and it's not like, it's no disgrace to say, you know what, you made the jump too quickly. Maybe you should have gone to like a Bundesliga club first or something like that. Like, it's okay. Do you know what I mean? But this is a massive step up for him, and he's failing. Like, he hasn't done anything well, bruv. Like, if I'm being honest, and I wanted him to do well, he's not done nothing well, bro. Like, that's my honest opinion on what I've seen so far. There's nothing to be excited about. I think United fans just want to be excited by something. There's nothing excited.
Well, I don't think it's about being excited. I think it's about patience. You know,
Yeah, but you have to be patient with
He's only had
bro.
one window to really change it, to change the
Yeah,
quality.
but bro, you have to have a reason to be
He can't
patient.
be happy, you know.
You have to have a reason to be patient, though, Marcel. You have to be.
This is the thing, yeah. You have to be.
I think when you conflate into the real issue of the football club with the Glazonomics and the lack of funds and that kind of thing, when you have somebody that has a clear idea and that just requires a up-regulation of quality in the squad, you can see what he's trying to do.
Brother, the team with worse players than us that are popping us, bro. We can't do that.
We can't keep spending like the chickens are gonna come to roost in terms of us not having money season after season after season at some point. Because we want to clear the debt.
He's got to fail then, bro, because if he's got no money, he can't buy players that are going to fit his system. He's going to be stuck with the players he's got.
Yeah.
And he can't get anything out of them now. So he's going to fail anyway. And that's the problem. That's the problem. Why I go back to the club, and we were talking about it before with Flawless. They've shit the bed and gone and got a manager out that doesn't fit anything that they want. So they brought the wrong man in. And like Rancy's saying, he's failing on what looks like every aspect of the job right now. But the players can't even get around to his way of thinking. Or
are you sure the player don't want? We were all saying during the summer AA that the players were bought for him. That's what we were saying. They weren't bought for tenor.
Hey, bro.
The players weren't bought for
We were all saying. Everyone was saying this. That
you were saying what?
No.
Are you trying to tell me? Hold on.
No,
Chat as well. Hold on. Chat as well.
Yeah.
Chat as
Marcel,
well.
when I saw Ugarte coming, I was like, yo, these man probably had this guy in mind when they was recruiting for sure.
Yeah, that's
because
what everyone said. That's what everyone was saying.
No, I know I said it. I don't think everyone said it, but they persevered with Ugarte. I wanted Sanderberg. Everyone knows that. I didn't want Ugarte.
Sanderberg,
I didn't want Ugarte, bro. Like I didn't. We saw today why we should have got Sanderberg instead, mate. Do you know what I mean? I wanted Sanderberg. I didn't want Ugarte, but because they really, really wanted Ugarte, I was like, hold on, maybe there's some sort of correspondence with the manager because he's coached him before. But let's have it right, yeah. We don't have loads of money to spend in the summer. We're not going to spend loads of money, yeah. So if we have a coach that can't do with what he's got, he's no use to us, bro. Yeah. I believe Ineos brought him in thinking he would do better, and he thought he would do better, and he's failed. And I'm sure they're shocked at how bad he's doing as well, bro. I'm sure they're shocked. Like they'll openly say that they're backing him and that, but bro, make no mistake about it, they will sack him. They will. They gave him a short contract for a reason. They didn't give him a flipping 5-year deal, bro. They didn't. They gave him a short deal. They gave him a 2.5-year deal. 18 months is like the option of an extra year or something. And the payout, if he finishes below a certain point, they'll be somewhere where they've looked after themselves, bruv. Their man are Scrooges. You seen what they're doing with the job cuts. Do you think that they haven't covered their back in that contract?
You definitely would have covered their back in the contract.
They've covered their back.
I just don't think they sack him in the summer, like I said, is because then everybody starts looking at them and how horrendously wrong they've got it. You got it so bad with Ten Hag, then you go and get Amorim.
But then what they'll say is, but then people look at it and they'll be like, you know what? It's not like you've finished. Like,
has there been two worse? Has there been two, even though they didn't appoint Ten Hag, they kept him. Has there been two worse managerial decisions if the season goes on?
They don't care about public appearance, though. We've already said that.
They don't care about
that. Our fans do nothing, mate. What do our fans do? Our fans chant for 5 minutes, and that's about it. We don't go. We don't do stadium protests. We don't do nothing. Like they're happy to take the piss.
To that point. You can get to that. If it carries on like this, let us.
I don't think so, bro. The one thing I would say, obviously, I watch most of the games on mute, innit? But it's like, from what I've heard from the guys at the stadium's mad quiet. Like, do you know what I mean? Quiet, like a lot of the fans are really indifferent to this manager. If he got sacked, I don't think a lot of them would really care, bruv. Like, I'll be honest, like, because like I said, they just want some excitement. These men are fed up of losing, bro. Like, as long as they're happy with the next appointment, bruv, they'll forget about Ruben Amorim, bro. We've been through a lot. Like, it just is.
I'm talking about protests, bro. When we got Ronaldo and Sancho.
Because we'll do that.
You give them another toy, they don't give a shit.
I'm talking about in terms of getting it wrong. Let us be mid-table permanently for a 2-3 season.
This is where you're wrong, though, Flawless. If the situation was Man United was 6th, 7th, I think there would be a lot of uproar. But because you are, and this is the thing. He's already out of the FA Cup, and he's already out of the thingy. I reckon we're probably going to be out Europa League. Why Ten Hag? There was an uproar because he won us something.
Yes.
Now you've not won anything, and now you're 14. They're going to be like, you know what? Difficult, man. It was a good guy, you know, man. But we could see
we're understanding. We're understanding. I'm not talking about people not being understanding of him being sacked. I'll state this again. I would fully
on their behalf.
I would fully get it on their behalf. I'm talking about how horrifically wrong they've got it. Then the next guy they go and get,
100%
goes wrong again, and then so forth and so. None of us, I guarantee, none of us here trust them to go get the next guy. I
don't trust them. But Flawless, I'll be honest, we're all football fans, and as soon as they sign a couple players that we like, and we play some good football, everyone will forget about this, bro.
That happened. I don't even trust
this is football, bro. Look at bruv, deep it, Think about what we've been through, between David Moyes and now, and we're still here, bruv.
Absolute hell.
No matter what happens, we're still gonna be here, bro. So as much as people chat,
we had good moments though. We
precisely, and because we haven't had good moments with Amorim, we'll forget him, bro.
We'll forget him. I'm just saying the next guy's under immense pressure. That's all I'm saying. If
every guy will be under
immense pressure.
He is, but even more so. Because
I think everyone's under pressure till they win something, and then when they win something, the fans will give them some time, bro.
Yeah, without doubt. But when I say like under even more so pressure, let him have a bumpy start. Whoever the next manager is, the conversation is always Amorim all over again. They've got it wrong all over again. This is a cycle that will can continue very, very easily. Let us be mid-table for a couple seasons.
I don't think so though. I'll be real. You see the window that we had last summer, If we have another window like that and we get another 5 decent players in and we got a decent manager, we're not gonna have the same season again. We're
No,
not.
it won't. But
I'll
have
be
we got the
real.
money? I think we
We're
do
not.
have money to spend. I'm in the minority in that.
And
I think
also, we
do
are
that.
going to get rid of a lot of players. Anthony's getting his price tag up because he's playing well at the moment. Do you know what I'm saying? So we'll get some dough for him.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Rashford, and Sancho,
Rashford will get a
etc.
decent
Yes.
amount of money for Rashford as well. Do you know what I'm saying? And with Malacia, we won't get loads of money, but even if you get a little 10 million, we'll get some money for him.
Get the 12
Like,
mil back.
There'll be money. Do you know what I mean? There
agree
will
with
be
that.
money, bro. So I'm not really worried about the money. Do you know what I mean? I'm happy with last season's window, so I'm not really worried about this window coming up. I'm worried about, can the manager get the best out of the players we're going to bring in for him? And I wouldn't bring in players specifically that the manager wants, like a Gyökeres and a Quenda specifically. Yeah, I like Quenda, but I don't think that this manager's system works in this league, bro. So I wouldn't persevere with it past next season. I wouldn't.
You
I
got
don't like
to make a decision.
So they're going to go to a back four. I know, yes, it's still got, is the next manager going to then play a back four? But we're
bro, we need, bro. I believe we
we
need to, yeah, because Dorgu,
Go on.
came from playing in a back four anyway, yeah.
Yeah, he came from
And as a left fullback, yeah, if you got Dorgu left fullback, Mazraoui on the right, and you got Delit and Euro, you're nice, bro. I don't care. That back four is nice for me. I'll take that. If them man can stay fit, I'll take that back four in the season. Get me a new fucking goalkeeper though.
We need a new goalkeeper. We need a new goalkeeper. Definitely
get me a new goalkeeper, bro. You know what I mean? But bro, if we have that back four plus a decent goalkeeper, I'm good with that next season.
I mean, it's all right because in your
Definitely
defensive
the
line, you're
attackers as
taking
well.
one more centre back out, and then it's a bit, but it's what we usually do. But I think in terms of if we're going to stick with this manager, which is something that I believe we should do.
If he's not willing to change, if he's not willing to be more flexible, he needs to leave, in my opinion, bro. Do you know what I'm saying?
I think he's happy to leave, you know, like if he was to sack me, he'd be like, you know what, I couldn't do it. It is what it is. Did you see what he said? He goes, I'm 40 years old.
Yeah,
you know, and I'm managing Man United. He kind of
he's right though. He's right.
You know what I'm saying? So he's living his dream almost like he's 40. He knows he's young. He's had an opportunity. People will look at him and be like, you know what, man? Like, you're a shit manager. No one's gonna say that after this statement or after this kind of United stint.
You'll get another good job.
You'll
Not
get
straight away,
bro.
Not straight away. But you know what it is with Amorim, yeah? He's young. He's got a lot of self-belief, yeah, and he's extremely stubborn in it. So it's one of them things where he'll go away, he'll take a step back, he'll probably coach again in Portugal, and he'll go somewhere else. And I'm sure he will be more successful than he is here. But Man United ain't like somewhere else. So just because you didn't succeed at Man United, that doesn't mean you're not going to succeed anywhere else. Do you know what I'm saying? But bro, we're one of the biggest clubs in the world for a reason, bro. So just because you can do it somewhere else doesn't mean you can do it here, bro. Of course it is.
The spotlight's different, 100%.
Can I ask you a question? When you say you want him to be flexible, what do you want? What do you mean by that? And what would you want him to do?
We all want he's to be adaptable. Like, the man's not adaptable.
When you say flexible, 100%. Do you mean drop? Do you mean just being more attacking? Do you need him to drop
everything, bro? Like in football, yeah. The whole point of a coach, yeah, you're supposed to react to what you're seeing. That's what you're meant to do. You're supposed to influence the game from the bench. He doesn't do that. He just sits there and watches the game, bro. Like he's simulating the thing, bro. Like
he's not even reactive.
It's painful, bro. Like we're 2-0 down against Everton, yeah. Like, bruv, take off a defender, yeah, and put on another attacker. Try to win the game and that. Like we finished the game still with Ugarte, yeah, and 5 defenders on the pitch, yeah, and we got the 2-2, but it was like, bro, not because of him. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, what are you fucking doing, mate? You're just watching a game. Like, even today at 1-1, nobody felt like we was gonna score. Like, no one.
Nah.
Like, because, like, what are you doing, bro? Like, to try and influence it, bro. Like, really go for it, blood. Like, he didn't really go for it, bro. I've seen times where even on the fucking Ten Hag when we're losing, a man just stick Garnacho at left back, bruv, and put on another attacker and say, you know what, we're just gonna overload it. Like, at least just go for it. I'd rather we went for it and we lost 3-0 rather than lose on penalties.
Did you see him defending Onana as well in the delay in the ball, saying,
yeah, well, of course,
he did it because the players were tired? He's like, that worried me as well. Like, why when he's getting the crowds back up and he's taking the piss out of the crowd?
No, but he's saying that he wants us to slow down the game. He said he thinks he's in Portugal, bro. That's not how that shit works here, bro.
I
Do
agree.
you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't get
Yeah.
the time to be slowing down the game, bro. Like,
That
Premier
I
League
can
football
never
is
forget that,
hectic,
man.
bro. Like, there's
That's a
nothing
good
we
one.
can do about it.
It's
I don't
slowing
like
the
it.
game down. No,
I don't
man,
like
not
it, but
for me.
that's the football that we play here. It's hectic, innit?
Yeah.
It's the most physically demanding league in the world for a reason. All this foot on the ball waiting shit, yeah. It can't work here, bro. Like, it cannot work here, bro. Like, nobody's successfully done it, bro. And even Pep Guardiola, everyone talks about how rigid Pep is, bro. We've seen Pep play about 4 different systems. We've seen 3
Yeah.
at the back Pep. We've seen John Stones in midfield Pep. Do you know what I'm saying? We've seen false nine,
False
fucking
nine, yeah, I was gonna
Gundogan Pep. We've seen Pep's always adjusting to
adapted,
the
he's
demands of the
adapted,
league.
yeah.
But that's because the Premier
I think
League
the
made
quality
him
of
adapt.
squad's better to do
He
that.
wasn't adapting in Barcelona. He wasn't adapting in Bayern.
It's about-
Yeah,
it's
because he
about
didn't need
evolving.
Made him adapt.
Yeah,
Now Amorim's
yeah.
got to learn that, and he's got to learn it quick.
Yeah.
The Premier League's gonna make you adapt. There's no
100%.
getting around it.
I think
That's
it's
it.
evolving as well. That's what you also have to do. You can't just remain the same because not everyone you play is the same. That's where
Yeah,
the
but he's
issue lies.
saying if I
him.
change, yeah, then I've failed. But the thing is,
And that's the thing is, man,
adapting-
I ain't even asking him to change. You know what I'm saying? I'm
growth,
just saying, like,
bro.
adapt is the key word. Is the key word right? now.
Yeah.
Don't change. Actually, you know what? I want you to change the personnel. That's what I like to see you do. Stop playing
100%.
these
Like,
players you were
bro,
terrible.
we're playing a 3 at the back here. In my opinion, if you're playing 3 at the back, you need to play 2 up front. You need to. Because, bro, if you're playing an extra defender, play an extra striker. Like, this 3 at the back with 1 striker is fucking weird, bro. You got 3 centre mids. No, 4 centre mids, 3 centre backs, bro, and 1 striker. So you're relying on your wing backs to attack, but then you're playing defensive wing backs. Are you all right? Like, how are we gonna score? Do you know what I mean? Like, I'd rather you go 2 up front, yeah.
He needs
Play
to be
fucking
more
Xerxes
brave.
and Hojlund in a 2, yeah, and just hoof it up to fucking Xerxes to flick it on. I don't care, bruv. Like, I saw Van Gaal play Fellaini up front when we tried to get a goal. And look how many goals we got from that. Like, bro, at least he tried different things. He was like, we're losing. Let's try and win. I never feel like this manager's trying to win the game. I never feel like it. He just keeps it the same.
Nah, I think, well, Obi comes on and he tries and he creates.
Bruv, he swapped a
That's same
striker
for
for a
same, that's like
striker. Well
like-
done, like. Do you know what I mean? It's a light for light change, bro. Like, he swapped a 9 for a 9, bro. The way he changes the game is he'll take off a 10 and put Garnacho on. Like, all right then. And then now we need to invert our wing backs because
I've been
Garnacho
saying,
can't play in
it for the
between
longest, man. That he needs to be more brave, but he doesn't want to do it.
But
Maybe
he's
because
not
they're
naturally
younger
brave,
players.
bro.
Like Amas is there to play. There's so many people that are a bit more attacking than the defensive style fullbacks that he's got in like the low.
Even for me, what big thing today, yeah, there's a lot of people.
Even trying Garnacho at right wing back.
Coney was on the bench
Yes,
today.
exactly. Yes, Marcel.
Morehouse, I think these guys, like, bro, like these youth players that are attacking, you know what I mean, that can have an impetus. They weren't on the bench today, and he could have put. I think there were 2 or 3 spots that were light as well. They could have added to the bench. He didn't do it, and we had nobody. They literally nobody after Chido, attacking wise, and Garnacho.
We got loads as well. You know what side? We got Biancheri, we got Lasali, we got Montanto.
Lasali come off the bench, yeah.
He was
and the
beast
FAU
against
Cup,
Arsenal.
He was ripping them up.
I don't
We've
know
got
who he is
players-
or where he plays, but play him. You know what I'm saying? First time I've heard of him is just now.
Left wing.
Play him.
Yeah,
Left
but we
wing,
got him
left
from
wing.
Crystal Palace.
Replace
He's one of the
Garnacho.
players that Wilcox took.
Is it? What's the worst that can happen is they play just as bad as these, man.
Well, exactly.
Yeah. We've been
That's
saying
what
it for a long
he's
time, though.
Cheeto was better than Rasmus, bro. It didn't take long.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
Mm.
And Cheeto was
That's
just
fact.
okay. I've been saying this. Play Cheeto. Why not? Let's see. Hey, if he goes 0016, all right, you matched him. Cool. Just don't do it 2 more times. Just don't do it 2 more times and we good. Like that's
If he
where I'm
plays,
at with
if you start him 5 games in a row, he'll score, bro.
I agree with that. I've
Because
seen enough in
his
a short
movement
time.
is very good. He's just fundamentally he's a bit shaky, yeah, but he can
looks
finish.
very
Though. The
nervous.
save the keeper made. Hey, bro, it's a good save.
Yeah, good
That was
save.
a very good finish. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Saku Kone. Kone's another big one as well, Mustafa.
Oh,
That's the one I was saying today. Midfield,
He should have been there. He should have been there today. He should have been
But
there.
Yeah.
Cash came on and he played well, to be fair. But like the manager said, remember his game when he beat Manchester City. He said, "Yeah, I can't play this defensive at Man United." And then he came to Man United. He's playing defensive, bro. Like he twanged us.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that. I think it's the quality of players that he has available to select.
It's
Means
not,
that he's
bro.
picking these sides to get confidence.
Marcel,
within
though,
this
hold on a
system.
minute.
There
Hold on a
hasn't
minute.
been that
He
many-
could pick,
there hasn't been that many
he could
training
pick these
sessions,
youth
Ash.
players and go, look, I'm trying to play my attacking style. I'm trying to play my attack. This is where I'm going. This
Yeah.
is what I want to do. It's not working now because they're not used to it. You know, they're not used to the level that they're playing at. Do you know what I mean? But this is where I want to go. This is how I'm moving forward. I don't want to play 2 defensive fullbacks, 2 defensive wing backs. I don't want to be that guy. That's not my style. That's not my system. I want to play attacking. We've not got the players to do it, so I'm going to go into the youth system, the youth setup, and I'm bring these in, try and get them used to the system until we can bring in players above them that can play there. Instead, he's playing defensive. Do you know what I mean?
I've been saying that for weeks though, Ash. The thing is, it's like.
So why are you still defending it then, bro? You don't need to.
He has to take that risk and be brave, Ash. It's just when he decides to do it, he's only. How many months has he been here, Ash? And now there's a final amount of games
he's had
left.
what 30 odd games now. 25
games. It's a big sample size for me, man. I'm telling you now. It's a lot of.
How many times does he need to see Rasmus Hojlund up top to realize it's not working? How many times are we going to see him start?
Yeah, but Ash, he's done that work. He's done that work. So the next question is at the fullback area and the centre mid area, because he's done that work. We can now see that he's made that change.
You're telling me Rasmus is going to start against Arsenal? Rasmus is going to start against Sociedad.
He's going to start.
Rasmus is starting.
He's going to start both.
Well, we don't know that. We don't know.
He will start.
Marcel, we do know that.
Marcel,
we know that.
Well, I don't. Well, flawless. I'll be so real with you. I don't know that. But within that, I'm expecting.
So who do you think on the pitch? So who do you think?
Because I've been saying that for the longest. All the youth players need at least 45 minutes.
I agree with you on that, Marcel. Who do you think starts against Sociedad up front as the 9?
I said to you, I don't know. You're asking me you want me to give you the
answer.
Because I smile, Rant. It doesn't mean that I'm not telling the truth. I'm telling you.
I didn't say you weren't telling the truth.
Okay, I don't know, bro. That's the truth.
So when it's oiling, then what? You can still think he's going to play someone else against Arsenal?
Then I'm expecting, like I said to you before, if you was listening, every single youth player at least should be getting 45 minutes regular.
We know that's not going to happen. I agree with you.
Yeah, but you said should, but bro, like
they're not going.
The manager is not doing what he should be doing, and he hasn't been.
Well, Ash just talked about a striker, and we've seen that Chido's now come into the fold. Well, there's still a finite amount of games left. He still needs more time. Let's see if Sekou Kone can get in.
It took 3 games to figure out Rashford's not it, and Anthony's not it, and these players aren't it, and it's taken him 15 games to figure out Rasmus isn't it.
Yeah, it's too long.
It's not even that he's taken a certain amount of games. He's put Xerxes in there, who hasn't bagged. He's then tried to put what's his face in Kobe in there, who hasn't bagged. He's tried different things. He's got mess. He's just got mess around him, Ash. And then on top of that, he's played Aiden Heaven. He's played Aiden Heaven now in centre back. So the youth players are
just
Xerxes played about 5 games in the 9. Yeah, he's played way more in the 10.
Yeah, but my problem is
it's been Hojlund, bro, and he played Rashford in the 9 once, and he saw that Rashford wasn't it in the 9 after 1 game, bruv. And then he moved him. So the manager understands when he wants to understand. You know what I'm saying? It's one of them ones where, like, my man had, Kobe Mino, running around in the double pivot looking bewildered, for like
that's what I was saying about the problems beforehand,
for 3 months until he realized, actually, maybe not. Put him in the 10, he bags a brace, next game in the 9, because, it makes sense. Like, this guy is not all right, bruv. Like, we have to keep it real. Like, the thing is, Marcel, you're highlighting that he's doing spooky things, but you're saying give him time, but it's like, time is not on his side, bruv. It's not on his side, bro.
I think it is on his side when you look at the whole situation of the club. We can't do
situation?
The situation is there's not that much money in the club. The situation is we're just trying to build a structure within the club now. So you want a degree of stability. Yes, there could be a downturn because it's a change of style in the football club, Rants. But I think you just need to give him time. Imagine if you sack this manager now, that's going to be the new premise. I think Flawless was saying it. So the next manager now has even less time.
That's fine.
I don't think that's fine. I don't think that's fine.
When the new manager doesn't have
the whole situation of the club, Rants, that we don't have money and we can't afford to keep sacking like that.
Marcel, it doesn't work like that. Marcel, it doesn't work like that. You're saying the manager's going to have less time. That's not true. It's not the amount of time that the manager's been here. It's how bad he's been and the fact that he hasn't shown anything positive. Like, if he was losing the way Andrew was losing at Tottenham because he had bare injuries and these men were scoring and losing games, bruv, if we were losing 4-3 and that because we were playing this expansive football and we just needed better players to make it right, that's fair. We're playing boring football, we're losing games. Like, he's not getting the best out of any player. No one looks comfortable, bro. Like, when the whole team looks uncomfortable, you can't be blaming individuals no more. Like, this is the honest truth. When I watch the football matches, apart from Rasmus Hojlund, who blatantly just looks like garbage, I find it very hard to isolate players now, and and say you're not doing well, because collectively
that
no one
under
looks
10
like
Hag.
they, no one looks like no, we didn't though, because under 10 Hag, they
Towards
were
the end of the
actually
season, we were all saying
No,
it's
no.
towards his
No,
time,
bro.
we were all saying
Listen,
we cannot back this anymore.
I'll be real. Listen, I
all
despise
the
Eric
players were
Ten
mess.
Hag, bro. I despise Eric Ten Hag because I think that he's just not a good coach, bro. I don't think that Amorim's not a good coach, period. I just think that he ain't good enough for us. It's not the same thing.
Mhm.
I just think he's not good enough for us.
Yeah,
I see.
almost like the right guy, wrong time.
No,
Yeah.
not no time, bruv. Like honestly, like I
He's
don't
on
think
foolishness, man. He's not
I
even
don't
helping
think
himself.
I don't
That's
think you
the
can
issue,
coach a
lads.
club, the size of Manchester United, and coach the way he coaches, bro. Like even when you look at Pep going to Man City, bro, Pep weren't doing 500 interviews. This club is a different fucking beast, bro. This bro's done more interviews, than he's won games, than he's had training sessions, bro. Like this is different, bro.
It's every week, isn't it?
It's every week.
Every
Every
Win,
day,
lose, or
seems-
draw. It don't matter who we're
every
playing,
day.
bro. We could be playing fucking Plymouth, and man are interviewing the manager, like asking him bare questions. Like the guy's not used to it. He's done more interviews at Man United than he's done in his whole career as a coach, bro.
Do you think that's distracted him and taken him away from the...
Maybe so, because every interview
Taking
he
time
does,
away,
if you listen, every interview he does, he kind of hints that he hates it.
Yeah. He said it in the first one, didn't it?
Yeah.
When they pulled him out on
Every
Sky,
single one he has, he's like, well, man.
Yeah, it's like, yo, welcome to Manchester United, man. Where you are under the spotlight,
But,
25
you know,
days.
Job
But
description.
flawless, the club need to protect him, man. We got to pull him out and say, listen, you need
Again, but we know what this club's
on the
like.
playing field.
We know what
You
what
could
this club's
argue
like.
it's part of the job description, my bro.
True.
It's part of the job description. This is what it is like. We do YouTube, we still want to be able to go to the fucking supermarket and people leave us alone, but it's part of the job description. Like if you get numbers, then sometimes you have to have small talk in Sainsbury's, bruv. It comes with it. Like this is what it's one of them things. You have to do it, mate. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's one of them things you can't be at one of the biggest clubs in the world and say I don't want to do all the shit that comes with it. It doesn't make sense, bro. You have to accept it.
And he about, you know what the thing is, that we can say we don't demand it. I think he demands that, yo, I'm not doing well. It's not worked out for me. Like I'm failing. He understands it. At least he's not a manager. Fair play. He's not a manager that also doesn't do what Ten Hag does. Says, yo, like Harry Potter, I am not Harry Potter, or trophies. He doesn't like that gaslight you. He doesn't take the piss. He acknowledges it. That's why sometimes I'm like, I wish it worked for him.
I'm pretty sure.
And that regards,
sure, though, side, he's mentioned about player profiles. I'm pretty sure.
You know what? To be fair, he hasn't really mentioned that. You know,
get better.
Who's that?
You know, he hasn't mentioned that. He hasn't said, "Yo, I need this player." He says, "I need to get results." He's put it in himself. Said, "Yo, I'm failing right now. I'm not."
Don't even have to be that much better. I think if we were like 9 points better off, we only speak for me, and we were like 9th, 10th, I'd be like, all right, cool. Just come in and all you had to do was legit be better than Ten Hag. That's all I wanted. That was
flawless. Saeed and Rance.
There's only one place.
I can remember him saying these two things. That the player of profiles that he plays in an interview changed the way that his style of football works.
Well, Amorim said this, right? He's saying
Ruben Amorim said this. And then he also mentioned that the reason for the quality of performances is because of the player profiles. He's mentioned these two.
It shouldn't be though. It shouldn't be.
And chat, let me know. Like, please send it in to me because I know he said these two things. He's talked about the player profile altering the style of football, and just generally speaking, his player profiles could be an issue why results are resulting the way they are.
Marcel, it shouldn't be like this though, because your job as a coach, is to have specific demands for specific positions. It's not about player profiles, bro. LVG had fucking Matteo Darmian overlapping and fucking running down the byline. He's the most defensive.
Yeah, he should have went with the Van. I wish he had done what Van Gaal did.
This player was right-footed, overlapping down as a left back, bro. Like
that
there's no
nasty
excuse.
behavior, you know. The hand overlapping on the
Darmian,
left
bro. Like, bro, we saw Chris
disgusting,
Smalling playing out from the back, and bro, everyone agreed that Chris Smalling, his worst attributes were playing football, bro.
Man, have both with Jackson balling out. I thought we had the next best thing at left back.
Come on, bro.
Both with Jackson was that guy.
You don't need the perfect players, to play a system, if you're coaching the right way. It's nonsense, bro. Like he should have a framework that we're seeing, and we're like, you know what, everything looks good, but it's the lack of quality. But there's not even a consistent style and vision of what he's doing, bro. There's nothing. Like improving players obviously we're gonna play better if we got better players. But you give any manager better players, they're gonna fucking improve. Like that doesn't mean you're coaching well. I want to see what he's coaching these guys, bro. Because at the moment when I'm looking right now, I'm not seeing a lot of coaching. I'm seeing a lot of the players here actually like running their socks off for the club, showing that they care. Do you know what I mean? Cassie's still fucking tapping the badge and shouting when he's tackling and that. These guys are fucking putting a shift in out there, bruv. I see Bruno and Xerxes here for 2 games in a row ran themselves into the fucking floor. Do you know what I'm saying? Delit run himself into the floor. Like, these players are actually fucking trying. It's not like they've down tools on the manager, bro. When Chido miscontrolled that pass and Bruno was having a go at him, Xerxes went up to him and fucking just said, oh, come on, like, whatever. These men are looking out for each other, bro. I don't think there's a problem with these man's attitude. I just think that a lot of them are very limited and they're being set up badly, bro. Like, that's it. I don't think we have players with bad attitudes for the most part. I think Rashford's was questionable. He's not here.
Sancho.
Other than him, Garnacho's big one though. Do you know what I mean? Garnacho's attitude, I've been calling that out for years, mate.
Terrible.
So it's it's horrendous. But on the whole, I think we got a good bunch of lads. They're just very limited.
Yeah, but the issue is the way that so to get the best out of this set, the bunch of players and their setup is counter attack, and we're sick and tired of that.
Look at this team, the Van Gaal beat Arsenal with De Gea, Varela, Carrick, Blind, Rojo, Schneidlin, Lingard, Herrera, Mata, Depay, Rashford.
That's a limited bunch, you know.
Look at this bench. Look at this bench. Joe Riley, Andres Pereira played there. Sergio Romero, Fosu Mensah, James Weir, and Adnan Januzaj. They had a
look at the players that came on as well, bro.
Look at their team. A prime Alex Sanchez. Yeah, Cazorla was in there as well. I think he got on the bench. Did he come on the bench? It might not be that season. Ramsey, Welbeck, Gabriel, bro. Them man, a Walker, like they had an experienced team, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I'm telling you, bro.
Giroud.
Like, nah, bro, on, bro. I'll be real, yeah. Like, bro,
sometimes you got, you know, coming off the bench. You think about it.
Bro, use the young G's. If you don't use the young G's, you're gonna lose.
Yeah, like Marcel said, be brave. Be brave. That's where my issue lies. You ain't being brave. Be brave.
Where, you know,
do something different. If the
I do hear it,
profile, if the profile doesn't fit of the senior players, try and find youth players who do, and your system will probably work better.
Yeah,
that's why we've seen Collier play. When Collier's played, he's done all right.
Yeah.
That's literally flawless, bro. That's his last card that he has to play. But there's a finite amount of games left.
Gambit, man. Throw that shit.
There's a finite amount of games left. Give him that time to use. There's 10 more games left.
My thing is, I generally feel for me, these games that are coming up are probably coming up in the worst time of the season now. When he doesn't need this.
They're all difficult games, Saeed. He's only going to win 2 more games in the Prem. That's guaranteed.
I know, but that's what I'm saying to you. And you're losing the manner. I'm telling you now, yeah.
It's like Brentford and that's it.
There will be a heel. There will be a heel turn.
I don't think there's any game that we're guaranteed to win, mate.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about Brentford away. Shit, I forgot about that, guys. There's another game in there. Brentford, Chelsea, and Newcastle, Bournemouth.
That's it. Brentford and Bournemouth, you might be able to win.
Bro, listen, these fans will give up on him, bro. I swear down. They'll give up.
I just don't know. I don't know how you survive. But listen, let me get these last super chats before we wrap up. With PSR, how many players can you buy? He needs to be improving the players he has. Unrealistic to bring in 7-8 players in one window. Someone said, do you think restrictions are coming from the top because several managers seem to not take any chances with other young players? Seems like an agenda. Ramadan Mubarak, big ups to the panel.
Listen, I think managers are just some foolishness. I think they just refuse to. We hear this all the time, man. Let's give managers the credit they deserve.
I'm a refuse today, though. He had a choice to bring in some new
that's
players.
what I'm saying.
He refused
that
today.
People from the top saying, "Hey, you know what? Don't put such and such on the bench." Because we heard this about people were like when Rashford was starting week in week out, or there's something in his contract. Now he's at Villa, so there was nothing in his contract.
I don't think so. You know what it is? Managers come to the club, they have loads of ideas, and then, bro, like I said, the media, everything like that, bro, them man start second guessing themselves, bro. Like even Amorim came in as the most confident brother ever. Now man's talking about, oh, we'll win the league, maybe not with me, bruv. Listen, he swallowed it already, bruv, and he's been there for 3 months. I'll be honest. Like the truth is, bro, this place, it kills people, man. Like it really does, innit? Know what I mean? Like I've heard people say it's the worst job in the world. It might be. Do you know what I'm saying? It
When
might.
you're doing badly, yes. When you're doing well, it's the greatest. One of them is the greatest job in the world when you're
Well,
doing
there
well.
you go. So
Yeah.
you have to take the rough with the smooth, in it, like, and it's just one of them ones where a lot of managers come in, and that's why I rated what Van Gaal did, because he was just like, "Fuck it, I'm playing the kids. So what?" Like, because
And it
he
worked.
fully believed in that. Like that was his ethos, and it's been his ethos everywhere. It was the same at Ajax, Barcelona, whatever. That's who he is, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? Ruben played the younger kids at Sporting because they had some very good kids in their academy, and look where they are now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he had a good academy, just like Ten Hag had a good academy at Ajax. The kids that came through, like De Ligt's one of them. Do you know what I mean? Very good kids, bro. Like, he was just a bit of luck, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? But his ethos generally is not to play academy players, or he'll be playing them now. And
Yeah.
that's it. He's just not doing it.
Yeah. They say the Storm Habibi, it's a mega hurricane. When people tell you it'll get worse before it gets better, it's usually because they are full of shit and don't know what they're doing. Suffering to suffer is an excuse for losers and failure. He carries on knowledge, says, can never fully back a manager who tells me to be fine with losing for the sake of losing. Ruben bamboozling man in press conferences is clear he doesn't understand why we are losing. He is shook. Amrani's results or performances showing neither. This profile talk pisses me off. We have enough profiles in the squad to play to their strengths, but Amarin plays to their weaknesses. Look at Moyes. How is Garnacho playing so much? Why does Rashford look alive at Villa? LFC avoided Amarin because of 400 million squad build. It takes time to breathe, to break bad habits. Give him time to fix it. He had 2 keepers on the bench, so had no one to go for it. Big up the panel. Yeah, but then
Put one of
again,
them on for the penalty shootout, mate.
yeah. Max Alman, remember the name? Yeah, he's a good player. You know that Arsenal.
He is
player.
good. He's good. We'll come back. We'll probably come take him in the summer. Safe. You know.
Yeah,
that.
safe. Alex Mawani says our season is on. Win or losing won't affect this. We need Rasmus Fire to develop or to sell. No one will buy him at this rate. Regardless. Arne Slot turning into Arne Sloth next season. Listen,
hopes, man.
It's dark times, man. Like I said, bro, Real Sociedad, they might have got topped up by Barcelona and them, man, but they'll be coming to destroy us, man. It literally next week it's over now. Like, he's got 1 week to save his job,
season,
man.
100%.
He will save the season, man.
1 day, not even a week.
Yeah. Listen, let's see, man.
That's what I'll say. You know, we've seen stubbornness kill managers in this job. You know, it killed the last man, and Ruben's stubbornness is going to kill him in the end. I think I agree with what you're saying. I have my issues. I said before, and I'll stand by it. These players have a lot to answer for, and a lot of them need to go. Sadly, like we all said, that's not going to happen. And he has to start getting it turn out on some performances, not even results. It has to start being performances and direction where we're going. And if he doesn't buck up his ideas, there is only one way he's going to go, and that is out the door, man. Like, he's just plain and simple, isn't it?
Yeah, facts. But listen, people, we're going to wrap up here, man. Let's get these likes up to 2,000 likes, man. We've got 3.3K in the building, only 1.4K likes. So you lot, let's get to 2K likes, man. It's been a good show. Like I said, man, we're here. Opinions all matter, you know what I mean? And yeah, man. We moved to Real Sociedad on Thursday, man. 5:45 kickoff. At least they can't ruin our night, man. You know what I mean? It's a little early.
So you can just ruin it the day earlier, yeah?
Yeah, just ruin it. Love me. Like, at least I can just survive the night. You know what I mean? Like,
bear in mind, if we lose that, we still have to play him in the second leg, Saeed.
I haven't eaten my tea or anything.
Yeah, we just that's a must not lose, man. Just don't lose it. Make sure the tie's still alive by the time it gets it.
Tie's still alive, innit? Yeah.
Just don't lose. Because Sociedad is scoring here. Just make sure we don't lose.
We don't do well away in Spain either, do we? So that's another thing.
Yeah, so let's break that habit.
Yeah.
Please.
Just don't lose. I even say win, just don't lose. Draw.
Yeah.
Come back with
score, just draw.
Yeah.
Big up Ash, man. Love for coming on, man. Big up to you.
No, pleasure's always Saeed. I mean, games didn't go the way we wanted, but, you know, always a pleasure to be on the panel and that, and to the chat, and make sure you hit them like buttons. Shout out to me. My team's unbeaten, 6 games, win streak for our kids, under 8s. So let's go. Get me in the job.
Ask for the next one.
Why not, bro? I hope you're not playing 3 at the back, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, big up.
One of the back, me.
Big up to you. Yeah, big up Double A, man.
Yeah, big up Saeed. It's good to be back. Big up the panel as well, man. Big up the best chat on YouTube as well. Listen, let's hope things can get better. It's been a shit season, hasn't it? And it can only get worse, I guess. Well, let's hope it doesn't. Let's hope Thursday's a bit of a light relief.
Supposed to leave us with some positive words, man said, yeah, it's
Oh,
gonna
that's-
get worse.
It's gonna get worse.
The way I started the show, there's literally fuck all to be positive about with this football club right now, on and off the pitch. So I don't hold any hope, man. And it's it is what it is. But we'll be back here next Sunday morning again after we get battered off.
Yeah.
Oh man,
That'll be an awful game. That Arsenal game.
Moreno and Hojlund up top for each side.
no, we can't, bro.
I swear that'll be an awful game. Like a team that doesn't have an attack versus a team that has attack but doesn't know how to.
Brother,
If we get on one side, then actually on the other. Let's go.
get smoked by them, yeah, it's gonna be a crash out generational, bro. Like from everyone, I reckon that'll be the
Bro,
one.
I know.
That tips it. If we lose on Thursday and then lose on Sunday, I reckon it's gonna get moody, bruv. I'm telling you, it's gonna get moody.
No, it's fun.
Who we got on Sunday? Leicester.
Nah,
No. Less than a week, Sunday after.
See Marcel's face when he heard us.
Marcel's like, yo, give me something easy, man. I mean.
no, we are the easy team. Hey, give us we are that team.
Yeah.
Counter-attacking football to the end of the season. Ruben tries to win the Premier League next season. I think he'll win the Premier League. Ruben will win the Premier League.
Hey, Marcel, stop doing this, bro.
Yeah, Marcel, man, end it there, man.
Premier League or Premier League 2 with like under 21.
Yeah, exactly. Premier League Championship.
Premier League,
man.
we'll win it. It's just
The
counter-attack.
Liga Nos.
That's it.
You know what I mean? Rants, man, love, man. Love for coming on, man. You get me? Big up, man.
man. Nah, that's lit,
Big
man.
up.
Big up the chat as well, man.
Yeah. Make sure you follow up Rants and Bants, man, on YouTube. AA, Ash Reppers on YouTube. Marcel, big up, man. Love for always.
Big up, man. Big up the chat. Big up the man. It was good today, man. But it was a difficult game. But we just have to kind of. It's a write-off season. There's not much positive. And hopefully the window this summer has to be a lot better, bro. So yeah, big up everyone.
Yeah, man, big up, man. And listen, people, we're gonna redirect to Flawless, man. Big up to you, man. Is it Yardman show?
Nah, Barbados show, United Liverpool.
Oh yeah, the Barbados show.
TV.
Yeah,
yeah, that's the show that we got coming up. So I got to deal with these lot trolling me for however long. But yeah, but big up, man, Saeed, for having me on the show.
Come on,
as always. Shout out to Ash every time. Great to have AA back. Obviously, Rand's family. Marcel, one of a kind content creator, so good to chat. It's been a minute since we chopped it up, man. Yeah, big up the chat as well, but run up the likes and subscribe here, man. And like I just mentioned there, United Liverpool podcast with Beijing Reds TV. So obviously they facing PSG in the Champions League as well, so we'll be discussing that. And unfortunately, this FA Cup defeat as well.
Yeah, man. Listen, big up to you lot, man. Like I said, man, midday live tomorrow, straight jacket. You know the content that goes. And then, yeah, man. Is what it is, man. Head over down Sarcasm City TV, man. And we're out, people. We're out. Peace.